Good morning, everybody. Hello. What?
What's up?
What's so funny?
I was trying to throw my gum away, and I completely missed.
Oh, where is it?
It's
it's in Scott's hair.
It's pretty much in Scott's hair.
No.
I got my scissors. It's okay.
Who's got peanut butter?
I'm really good at, like, spitting gum out a window driving.
Okay, it's a skill.
You know, you're not supposed to do that, I guess. But
You're the one that puts it all over the highway?
yeah.
And why not?
I
Well,
mean,
it makes cars
like,
get
ends up
stuck
on my
to the
tire.
pavement.
but do you guys do this to your people? Because I'll, like, roll my window down to spit my gum out, and then my husband will also spit out the same window
What?
unannounced.
That's awesome.
You mean across the
me.
across the car?
Yeah.
No.
I've
No?
never heard of
It's a
that.
fun little marital game we play.
You ever get gum in your hair?
Of course. That's a rite of passage as a female.
Oh, is it?
Uh-huh.
Did somebody put it there, or you got it stuck yourself?
I think I got it stuck myself. I think it was the 90s. Had a whole situation. I think I was supposed to not be chewing it, and I was. And then
Then you just got to cut it out.
Is it cut it out, or I thought peanut butter?
we tried the peanut butter. Didn't work.
Didn't work?
Cut it out.
You had to cut it out?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why don't you just start chewing on it again, get it loosened
That's a
up?
good point.
Oh. Well, hi, everybody.
What's
Hey,
up?
man.
It's Friday. Another cold start to the day. Wind chill of what? In the teens? Mm-hmm. A little nippy out. Supposed to be in the 50s again this weekend, right?
Yeah, and then rain.
Yeah, dude. High of 54, 55 tomorrow, and then higher than normal temperatures, as they say.
All
On
right.
Sunday with a 50% chance of showers.
Okay. When's the showers?
Monday, I think.
Monday showers.
Yeah, I think Sunday into Monday.
Sunday into Monday. All
But
right.
Saturday, Punk
Tuesday
Rock Christmas.
flowers.
Punk Rock Christmas days can be quite nice.
That's right.
It matters.
Great for an indoor show.
Matters. Well, dude.
Well, there's going to be people online.
Yeah,
people queued up
people
outside the
hanging
pageant.
out.
Huh?
I got to load in and load out. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
get it.
I'm going to be outside a bit.
I understand. Where should we start? Where should we start today? I have a lot of stuff to get to here.
Give us something whimsical.
Yeah, I
or
was
something.
just going to say the same thing. Let's start on a
Whimsical?
high.
Yeah.
All right. So, does anybody know Pantone?
Yeah, the coloring.
The coloring people.
Yes.
Pantone. They do,
Color of the year.
right, Color of the Year. Well, I have this year's Color of the Year.
Oh, I can't wait.
This year's Color of the Year. And if you're trying to decide on a new color to embrace next year, look no further than your morning bowel movement.
Oh, no.
So this is the color for next year.
And it's brown.
So this
So
will
red?
be 2025's color. Oh, you need to see a doctor, buddy.
Oh, my God.
Sorry,
you did.
your
You need to see a doctor,
colonoscopy.
my friend.
Is it dark?
The
Red?
visual we all had is just,
Although you are redheaded. Maybe redheaded people
Yeah, we
poop
do.
red.
Yep.
I
that's
don't know.
horrifying.
You know?
Yikes.
Oh, man.
Big yikes.
He's been pooping blood his whole life, and he thought that.
I thought it was normal.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm redheaded. This all checks out.
Ooh.
My hemopoopling.
All right, so Pantone's color of the year for 2025 is Mocha Mousse. That's right, Mocha Mousse.
All right.
Okay, so it is brown.
Cool.
Yep, it's the color of
Caca.
That's right.
You know what? Saw that coming. And you know who kind of like laid the groundwork, I think? It was the car manufacturers that decided, you know what? These guys were driving everything beige in the 80s and 90s, and we got rid of it for 20 years, and now beige
bring it
and
back.
brown is back. It's back, dude. And my
Earth
wife,
tones are back.
my wife is, fashion-wise, she's on it, so she has it there. But as far as cars go, every time I see one of them beige cars, I go, man, that looks so dope.
Ugly.
And she goes, what is wrong with you? That's the worst. That's the worst. She's so angry that is back. But I like it. Why do I
Mocha
like
Mousse,
it?
man. Mocha Mousse, the color of the year for 2025. It's brown.
Like I want some Jeep or a truck or something that like blends in with the desert. Why do I want that?
Well, some people are calling it a win for quiet luxury, while other people say it looks a lot like, yeah.
Caca.
So silly.
Or at least, the poop emoji, which is yet another bad omen for 2025, coming off, 2025 starting with WTF,
Right.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Now, for the record, Pantone describes it as a warming brown hue imbued with richness. It nurtures us with its suggestion of the delectable qualities of chocolate, coffee,
Caca.
answering our desire for comfort. Maybe it works for you.
A warm brown hue. Hue, is it? Hue.
But in the comments on the I guess when they put this on social media, some people seemed less than excited. One person compared it to sad beige. Others said it was too boring, dull, and neutral. Another
Sad
person added,
beige.
Mocha Moose is my drag name.
Hell yeah. We can blame the Kardashians for this because if you go to Kim Kardashian's Instagram profile, she's always wearing this mocha tone, athleisure wear, cool Skims apparel color. And their house, like all of the
She got
Kardashians
a
seem to
brown
have
house?
like a brown, everything's the same tone, throughout the home. So,
Tight.
and she actually makes it look damn good for being just this poop brown color.
Hey, you
So-
know who's appreciating that? All the homeowners of houses that were built in the 70s and 80s like me.
Heck yeah.
'Cause
Wood
they're
panels
all,
back,
Yeah,
baby.
because it's all wood and it
Everything
looks
brown,
old
huh?
as hell, and now it's kind of looking
Yep.
cool again.
And this
So
is
we're
good for
down with brown.
redheads because that's like our best color.
Down with brown in 2025. Okay, you want another lighthearted story? Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. I'm just looking for good stories here, guys. Some good lighthearted stories. Imagine how annoyed this guy must have been when he found out why nobody came to save him. 22-year-old guy in northern Thailand fell 40 feet down an abandoned well last month and survived. But he couldn't get out, so he started screaming for help, but nobody came. The well that he fell down is in a remote forest, but there is a small village nearby where people should have been able to hear him. So why didn't anybody come to get him? Can anybody fashion a guess?
No thanks, no time.
Nope, it's not a no thanks, no time thing.
Okay.
Well, it's more of a no thanks. They had plenty of time.
Is he like a tax man or something?
Why? So this man falls 40 feet down a well.
Covered in poo?
He is, bless you, everybody. Blessings.
He's covered by the next year's color.
No.
He was a mean man.
No.
Oh.
Turns out that people in the village sure did hear him, but didn't investigate because they assumed he was a ghost. Because they thought
My
the
people.
forest was haunted, and he was stuck in the well for 3 days before cops driving by heard the screams. He told him he'd been yelling once an hour to conserve energy at this point.
Wow.
So it's lucky they were driving by just then. It took 30 minutes for rescuers to get him out. Covered in bruises, had a closed head injury, a broken wrist. They're sealing up this well so nobody else falls in. By the way, a poll found that 61% of Americans did this year believe in ghosts. So don't
Enough.
think that couldn't happen here.
Enough to ignore a screaming voice.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to really be dedicated to this belief. If I'm in the woods and I stumble across a well and there is a voice screaming out of it,
Help me.
you're just going to let it go that there's a ghost?
Well, I'm going to run towards it because I've always wanted to see a ghost. Regardless of, yes, I will help somebody.
Oh, you're
but
running
also,
towards the ghost.
Now I'm going, let's investigate this.
Well, I'm not going to be dumb and just run up to it. I'm going to throw like a brick in there first to see if it is a ghost or not. Because if it doesn't,
You're running towards the ghost?
I mean, lower the bucket for the ghost to come up, right?
Yeah.
This is not a bucket situation.
you goonie. The bucket comes up and it's just
With the jacket on.
It's just a jacket on it.
No. Again,
on
61% of Americans do believe in ghosts. So, yes, that could happen here.
But these people said they didn't want to go towards
They
the
didn't wanna
ghost.
go.
They believed and they go, no thanks.
No, thanks. I'm not going out there. I'll leave it to Learn, who's the village
Sound
idiot who
crazy.
runs towards the ghost.
That's right.
Man, that dude in the village.
Call the village idiot. Learn
Here
to
she
run
is.
to the ghost.
I'm on it. I got my, what is it called? The pack?
The
Your
village,
proton
My
pack.
proton pack, and I am with Dan Aykroyd.
the village is idiots, though. Like, this guy is going to, every time he goes by, he's just side-eyeing everyone. Like, you got to be kidding.
Yep.
I was in that well screaming for 3 days.
3 days.
You idiots.
Okay, maybe that wasn't
well-being.
Maybe that wasn't a nice story. How about this one? Maybe this is a nice story. Did I just throw out the wrong story?
Oh, no.
You got to watch what you say around that guy, too, though. Can you imagine just being in a conversation going, well,
Story.
Oh, man, triggered.
whoops, sorry.
Whoop.
See you later.
Well, hi.
What did you say to me?
A grandma in Pennsylvania. She, I guess her cat ran away. right?
So sad.
If your cats run away, what are you doing? You're getting in the car. You're going to find them.
Oh, yeah. My
You're
phone
looking.
number will be posted everywhere. You people all have it. It'll be on a billboard
I
on
mean,
270.
there will be, you'll take out signage.
I'm getting air tags for these little beasts for Christmas this year.
You'll be going around to all the telephone poles and tacking up Have You Seen Me posters.
Yeah. Award. I will have.
Will there be reward?
Absolutely, there will be. Dinner with me.
Where does
Oh.
okay. I was going to say, where
Dinner
does it start?
on me.
What kind of cash would you put up?
Like a Texas Roadhouse gift certificate? Is that what you're saying?
Hell
Dinner
yeah!
on me?
I'd go in our prize closet and get all sorts of gift cards. I would essentially.
Casey Schwag. All
I'd
right.
get Casey swag. We would get all the liquor from the Rizzuto office, and I would probably stack on there dinner with me and $500 cash.
$500
Whoa.
bucks. I will just take the cash.
Yeah, can I have the cash
No, you
equivalent?
have to take the dinner with the cash.
Okay.
Oh, so you
I forced myself.
forced meal and $500 bucks.
Cash comes
Yeah.
at dessert. What kind of meal are we talking about?
We will go to Louis. I don't know. I'll take you out
Louis.
somewhere nice.
What is that?
That's
Or we will go
Wait,
to
what is that?
I think a pasta house or something like that. I don't know.
pasta. Fine, whatever.
What's Louis?
Trying to give
Is that a
somebody
Louis is a
an
nice place in
experience.
Clayton.
I'm very grateful that
Oh,
somebody
sounds
found my
fancy.
cat.
It's a nice place in Clayton. Anyway, so
Open menu? I can have whatever I wish?
Yeah.
No soup though, no appetizers. A Pennsylvania grandmother, again, lost a cat, so she goes out with her granddaughter to go look for this cat. This happened on Monday. 64-year-old woman. Her name is Elizabeth Pollard. Okay, she goes out with her 5-year-old granddaughter looking for the cat around 5 o'clock on Monday. Grandma didn't come back.
What?
Yeah.
The 5-year-old came back?
Yeah,
There's a cat and a grandma on a well.
The grandma left the car and said, "Hey, little girl, stay here. I'll be right back." Grandma never came back. They think grandma fell into a sinkhole and they can't find her.
Are you serious?
No.
Okay.
Well, I thought we were starting whimsically.
Yeah, I thought.
What-
These
Oh,
get
this
worse
is not a
and
good
worse.
story.
You forgot to tell us the
This is
blinker
not
was
a-
on. Man, I
Grandma
was-
got eaten up by a sinkhole.
Yeah, dude.
So cops found the little girl in the car.
Oh my goodness.
So 5 years old, and they said, "Where's your grandma?" And she says, "Grandma never came back."
Okay, traumatizing for this little girl.
So there was a 30-foot sinkhole nearby. They found grandma's shoe next to the sinkhole.
Oh,
They can't find grandma. They think
man.
she's somewhere down there.
what do you mean? They still haven't searched it?
So how big
They
is this?
searched it, but they can't find her. It's
Scott, file this under the back rooms and
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
I was thinking
the
exact same-
conspiracy theories.
Yes.
These freaking portals are everywhere. And now we know because grandma got okay, you fall down, there's something underneath the ground, dude.
Yeah.
There's a
She's
cave
in another
monster.
dimension.
Well, you ever
It's
hear the
stealing
story?
your kids.
What are you guys talking
You ever
about?
hear the story of? I think it's in Florida where a sinkhole opened up underneath the house, and underneath the guy's bedroom, and the guy fell in his house, fell into the sinkhole. They never found him.
Never
Again.
found him.
Never found him.
But how do we not just take take bags, like from cornhole, take the bag, and you stand at the top where she would have fallen, and you drop it, you put an air tag on it, and see where it thumps down into. There they are.
Yeah, that's why I
what
always
I'm
carry
saying.
bricks.
You don't wanna
for
know.
this.
That's what I'm saying.
What?
They fall down there and then they get eaten up by some sort of cave
Why are we-
demon.
What do you
Like
mean?
what's that? The Descent. Ever seen that? Watch it this weekend, everybody.
You telling me she fell down
That's
and met a
what's up.
Balrog?
It may have been a wormhole.
We just need Liam Neeson.
All I know is all the tunnels lead to like the weird basement at South County Mall or the Denver airport.
Yep.
I saw a thing on Reddit yesterday that was like, what does this stairwell
Oh, yeah.
to the South County Mall lead to? And you know what? I don't know. And I used to work at the South County Mall. I don't even remember seeing that damn stairwell.
Well, now they're thinking she's dead. I mean, so the latest headline is search for Pennsylvania grandmother is now a recovery mission as crews say they found no signs of life inside the sinkhole. The search for a Pennsylvania grandmother believed to have fallen into a sinkhole Monday while searching for a cat has transitioned from a rescue mission to a recovery mission. We feel like we failed. It's tough, said a Pennsylvania State Police spokesperson. No signs of life.
What the heck? How big is the
Rescuers had been pumping water through a long abandoned mine at the site to clear out debris, then remove it with a vacuum to make it easier to see what's underground.
But they went too close to the surface?
I don't know if that's what they were doing to see if they could find the woman.
Have you ever heard of rappelling?
You said Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at a cave system map, like showcaves.com will show you all of the different cave systems that are underground in the United States.
Not above?
I mean, Pennsylvania has a ton of cave systems down there, very deep ones.
A lot of mines.
But
Yeah.
dude, remember the soccer field in Illinois?
Right.
That just happened. You know, that was a mine.
Yeah.
That was a mine, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, Missouri is just covered in cave systems. Like Illinois, not so much. Like you think about it, because we did they mined a lot in Illinois and created man-made caves, I guess. But like natural caves, whoa.
Well, you want to hear nightmare fuel. So the story of the guy in Florida with the sinkhole that opened up underneath his bedroom.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been more than 11 years since Jeffrey Bush disappeared in his own home, and no trace of him has ever been found. The 37-year-old was asleep in bed at his home in Sefner, Florida, when the ground caved in around him, swallowing him into a massive sinkhole. Bed and all. Bed and all. Everything gone, down.
How far? Like how deep?
On the night of February 28th, 2013, his brother
Whoa.
Jeremy heard a loud crash and ran into Jeffrey's room only to find a vast crater in the place of his sibling's bed. Jeremy jumped into the hole in a desperate bid to rescue his brother, but was swiftly pulled to safety as the ground around him continued to cave in. The floor was giving in, and the dirt was still going down, but I didn't care. I wanted to save my brother. But I couldn't do nothing.
Okay, so this is probably the grandma situation. Back to that. If she fell, okay, so I'm thinking like, if she fell as it collapsed and then it buried her, that must.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that must have
probably
been
like
what
it's
happened.
still, yeah.
I'm
And
just
also
imagining-
there's-
Or she could be at the center of the earth. We
Yeah,
don't
just
know.
imagine like an eggshell of grass, and it goes, "Foop," and she fell into a hole and landed somewhere, but it's probably not out at.
Well,
I'm not walking
and it
around
could get down to the
yeah,
levels-
dude, you're afraid of boats? Like, I mean, aren't you afraid of Missouri?
I'm afraid of everything.
It could get down to the water level too. So if you get caught in that, you could be
You
taken.
drown.
Yeah, and float away.
Yeah,
and no
float
one would
away
know.
somewhere underground.
She's in Beijing.
Could
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
It's the cave demons. Go watch The Descent, for real. It's a great horror movie, and it'll make you never want to go in a cave ever again.
That's with the team of like 4
Girls.
ladies. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that one's awesome.
No, but the story of the guy being swallowed up in his own house, that's nightmare fuel. Like you're sleeping and all of a sudden, gone. A hole opens up, a portal of hell.
Time to go.
Yeah, and you think you're dreaming. I would, if that happened to me, I'd be like, oh,
Yeah,
okay, that's
whoa.
good.
Yeah,
there's no way
Wake
this-
up, very funny.
Yeah, there's no way this is
Another
happening.
dream of me falling in the hole to hell. Nice try, brain. And I'm like, well, I'm not waking up.
And it hurts.
Why does this hurt so bad?
And where is everybody?
Be a trip, man. But I guess if I was going to go being swallowed up by the earth, pretty cool. Pretty cool way to go. We all got to die of something. Not saying it's fun, but cool story.
To tell to who?
I don't know. To tell my ancestors what happened to Rafe. The earth opened up and ate him, swallowed him whole.
Mother Earth swallowed him whole.
Nobody knows.
That is beautiful. That's poetic.
You guys
dude.
think I might have went through a portal?
Maybe.
It's cool.
Again, they never found the brother's body.
That's a great way to enter the heavenly party. You know what I'm saying? You go up there like, hey, how'd you get here? Well,
covered
you
in
are
dirt.
never going to
Swallowed up by
believe
the
this.
Hey, speaking of that, you see that app costs $40? It's a death watch app where you plug in some details about yourself and it'll tell you precisely the day you're going to die.
I saw your post.
Anybody down?
And I was like, I hope she did not download
What?
this.
No.
There's
cool.
an app.
An app Ouija board now?
It's you plug in like how your health history and how much you're exercising and how many martinis you have a week,
Oh, these are not things I want to know.
and then it gives you a date,
Precise date.
precise date.
Oh, precise date.
Yes.
Or age you will die.
And
did
I
this?
am no, but if you want me to, I will.
No, don't do this.
I'll do it.
No, we don't
I'll do
want
it if
this
you want
for
it for the show.
Yeah, no, I think you can't handle the
I
information.
don't think this is a great thing.
Maybe it'll make me start living my life.
What?
What if it says like next year?
What if it does? Best year of my life. 40 and everything's
Yeah, what?
40.
I,
You just
hope
gotta
you get
remember-
I hope you get to your 40th birthday party because I'm looking forward to that nacho bar.
hell yeah.
Okay, so that wasn't a good story. I really don't have anything nice. I'll be honest with you.
There's some holes. I won't
This one was amusing. Florida teacher taken into custody after he was found naked inside an elementary school. Anybody want to know about this guy?
Okay.
Joe Urias. He was arrested on charges of lewd and lascivious behavior, burglary of an unoccupied structure, pot possession, and battery on an officer. So this happened in Port St. Lucie.
Where was he possessing the pot?
Fake news or Florida?
This is all true. So police on Thanksgiving night were called to this elementary school where a sheriff's deputy spotted this 31-year-old guy, Joe, naked in one of the classrooms at the school. So Joe sees the cop, throws on his clothes, starts to run out towards the back of the building. Cop catches up on him. Joe punches him in the face. Eventually, more cops show up, get Joe under control, and cuff him. In the classroom, officers found his laptop, food, clothing, and sex toys. That's right.
Whoa.
That's right. Sex toys and pot in a clear plastic container. Joe told officers he was homeless, got into the school through an unlocked window. Joe actually is a teacher at another school.
At another school.
Yeah.
Oh, he went to steal the mascot, like from Saved by the Bell.
What the sex toys? I don't know. Port St. Lucie police chief said there was no children present. There was nobody inside the school at the time. He was by himself. You know, as to the vulgarity, I think I just don't even want to go into his mind and think about what he was thinking. What are you doing with the sex toys, buddy?
What do you think?
And they don't go into what sex toys they were.
You know, don't you always want him to be a little bit more
A
discreet?
little more specific.
I agree. Because it really would paint the situation. You know?
Okay. Well, what are you imagining?
Yeah, what do you imagine?
I mean,
Go ahead
okay.
and paint the situation for me.
Like, I'm imagining...
It's like a fake... is it a fake...
Vagina.
yeah.
one of those?
Yeah, like it's one of those.
Oh, okay. I was
Or
not
like
going there.
maybe it's like a real doll and he's got it dressed up as like slutty teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, perhaps a string of decorative beads.
Possibly.
Okay.
Little garland because it is the holidays.
No, that's not what he's talking about.
Okay. Well, that's
Maybe it's
these are all
something
good
that buzzes.
I think it's
maybe it
homemade.
is. You do? Paper mache.
I think it's a Campbell's chunky soup can that he
Oh.
the makeshift made his own fleshlight out of. It's a much sadder scene.
Like he's in the craft
Yeah.
art
But he's
department.
thrifty. That's good.
Frugal guy.
All right, so again, that's not...
He's a teacher, right? You said that he was the teacher?
He was
From
a
a
teacher.
different
He's
From
on
a
a
different
budget.
school. From a different school. So I don't know. What's going on, Joe?
He also had
It's
weed, man.
And this was Thanksgiving night, so apparently he was tired of his family.
Oh, my gosh.
Time
No
to give,
way, dude.
Decided to get away from his family.
Time to give thanks to my rectum.
But how did he get busted?
Somebody spotted him at the school.
Oh, okay.
He was in one of the classrooms. A cop
Well,
spotted
who
him.
else? Oh, a cop. Okay. I was
Yeah.
like, who the heck is spotting him? Who
Well,
else?
somebody probably said, hey, there's a light on in the school. Somebody go investigate.
Gotcha.
Cops roll up. They see Joe in the classroom. He's naked completely with his sex toys, smoking grass.
Smoking crack cocaine.
Nope.
Oh.
Pot.
Well.
Okay, that wasn't a nice story either. You know, Rafe told me about I guess a couple on
The Reddit story?
the Reddit story. So it's a couple from, they don't say where they're from, but it was a guy that went onto Reddit to ask for advice.
Yeah.
Dude, listen to this story.
You guys want to hear it? Mm-hmm. You want to hear what happens when Rafe does Reddit?
This is wild. Wild if true.
I think it's true. I do think it's true. The details were too detailed, and I'll give you guys the synopsis, and you can tell me what you think. Reddit, am I the a-hole?
Okay.
My girlfriend Emma and I have been together for 6 years. For most of that time, we were genuinely happy, but over the last years, things started feeling off. Small arguments, miscommunication, weird sense that we weren't in sync anymore. Emma became more concerned than I was and started pointing out issues that I hadn't noticed, like how I wasn't emotionally available enough, etc. I thought we were okay, but to support her, I agreed to try couples therapy when she suggested it.
Okay, so let's stop you right there.
We're doing the right things.
So they're a married couple.
They're dating.
Oh, dating. Okay. Dating. He is emotionally unavailable.
They started having issues. She wanted to do couples therapy.
Couples therapy.
So
okay.
far, so good.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
Sure.
She found a therapist, Lily. And at first, the session seemed helpful. But over time, it felt like Lily was subtly taking Emma's side on every issue, focusing on what I needed to change and brushing off my concerns. Emma started quoting Lily during arguments, and I felt like I was under constant scrutiny. Despite trying to keep an open mind, I started to feel like therapy might be making things worse.
Lily's the therapist, so he's going to the therapist.
Lily?
And Lily keeps taking the female
And
side.
Lily just seems to be taking the side of the girlfriend.
Right.
On
At least
pretty
that's how
much-
he feels.
on pretty much every issue. Now, when you go, I've never been to couples therapy.
I have.
Is it you usually go together, right?
Yes.
Okay, you go together.
And you usually have a therapist that is not either of your therapists. However, when you do go to, like Tim and I have gone to couples therapy, and we went to his therapist. And so,
Okay.
so there is
Gotcha.
sometimes a lean to the
But the
bias it can
therapist
feel.
is not supposed to take a side, right?
They don't take sides, but they will reshift focus. So, like if you are saying, like if I said something that's out of line in quotes or too judgmental or is not adding to healthy dialogue, they will redirect you and say, well, let's actually redirect the thought and get down to where there isn't judgment, and it's actually just what is the core of what you want to say here without judgment.
Okay, but you're not supposed to leave there. You're supposed to leave there feeling good, right?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, not
I don't know.
necessarily.
Again, I've never been.
I think a good therapist, if you are clearly doing something unhealthy, will say,
You're doing something
this
unhealthy.
is not good.
Okay.
This particular thing, this behavior is what is maybe the root of all this.
They don't say it like that, though. I mean,
Yeah, well, if one person is clearly wrong in their behavior, I guess it's good to be called out by
they question it.
by an unbiased third party, which is supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but this guy leaves the therapy sessions every time going, man, what just happened there?
Yep. Said he left therapy feeling like things got worse. Then came the bombshell at a party. I overheard Emma and her friend laughing about how I didn't realize Lily wasn't a real therapist. Turns out Lily was one of Emma's college friends, and Emma had orchestrated the entire fake therapy setup to, quote, fix me without my knowledge. For months, I'd been confiding in someone
Oh, my goodness.
who wasn't qualified to help, had no degree, and the sessions were essentially rigged against me.
Wow.
When I
God.
it's crazy, right? When I confronted Emma, she claimed it was all to help our relationship, but I feel completely betrayed. Now Emma and her friends are downplaying it as a harmless white lie and that I'm overreacting, but I can't shake the feeling that I was manipulated and lied to. Am I wrong for blowing up at her after
I
finding out the
can't
truth?
shake the feeling. Again, if true, this man's an idiot.
Could you
Run.
imagine?
Run.
Yeah, that is
Yes.
crazy.
Manipulators don't change.
Well, let's just take it for what it is. Okay, first of all, this guy, I hate to victim blame.
No,
you
you
should have done
don't.
your research.
That's your favorite.
This guy is a complete moron.
How come we keep meeting our therapist in an Arby's? Don't worry about that, honey. Just
keep
her
coming.
office is still under construction. Because that's what I want to know. I was like, where were you going?
Yeah.
Did they rent? Did they go as far as to rent
Yeah, I wonder.
an office?
Wow.
I mean, maybe she was coming to the house.
Did you look
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the walls to see if there was a degree hanging
Right.
up anywhere?
What's your pedigree?
That's weird. But also, wouldn't you want to just see that person before you go? Like, look at them online,
Google.
Google them.
No, because
Where is this at?
no,
Or what's?
because most guys would be like, if the woman suggests going to therapy,
Yeah. They just
they're
go.
just going to go.
Yeah, this is-
Strange.
Yeah.
They're just going to go. They're
Just
not-
assume
most
they did the
guys,
research.
most guys are not going to do their research on
Well-
it. Honestly, most guys will not do their due diligence.
And why would we? What could go wrong?
She may have been coming to the house, but he's a moron.
House calls.
He's a moron for asking the question. What's the question at the end there? I want to get the right wording. Rafe, what's the question at the end that he has?
He says, am I the a-hole for blowing... Let's see what exact. Am I wrong for blowing up at her after finding out the truth?
The fact
So
that
they're
this
gaslighting him. Her and her friends made fun of him. Were like, dude, this is just...
The fact that
Look,
this
she
idiot,
was just trying to, like, push you in the right direction to make you a better person. You're overreacting. This was a white lie. And I'm like, what is... This friend group are psychos.
yeah, total psycho.
and you're a moron for even questioning it.
Yeah, dude. That, not just her, but the fact that her friends were also in on it and that they were talking about it behind the scenes. It wasn't even her talking to Lily. It was her talking to another friend. So her entire friend group was, they were having a good old time hearing about, who knows, your darkest, deepest vulnerabilities and all the things that she's like molding you into. Plus, dude, this guy's never going to therapy again.
I know.
He's out on therapy for the rest of his
And
life.
he probably will need it more now than ever.
Now that he needs it, he'll never go get it because he's like, no thanks. That's wild.
Yeah, she's a manipulative,
And a narcissist.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that illegal
I would imagine.
to have somebody impersonate a doctor?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
I
like
would think that
I
would
would
be
think so.
illegal under the false pretenses of I'm a doctor. Tell me your deepest, darkest secrets. And then for the
dude.
monster of a girlfriend to be laughing about it with another friend. Like, oh man, my boyfriend's so stupid.
And then when he gets upset with you, you
And you question it.
make
Get
him
outta
make
here.
him the bad guy.
Get
Gaslight
outta
him
here.
into saying that he's overreacting because this was just a white lie to help you.
it's very
Hi.
illegal. It's malpractice. So, or not malpractice. but
Fraud?
It's fraud.
It's fraud.
And so, yeah, there's a legislation from 2011 that said for each time that something, like if you went to a fake therapy session, $500 would have been fined to that therapist for acting as such.
That's it?
Only a $500 fine?
That's all I'm saying, just in blanket
I mean, that
readiness.
seems like a jail time.
Dude, wait till
Type of
Lucy
thing.
from Peanuts finds out. She's only been making
Doctor is
5
in.
cents a session. She's going to be way in the red.
Wow. I would think that's a jail time
Me too.
type of crime.
I would at least think that it's some sort of fraud.
Yeah.
It is fraud.
You know?
That's wild.
Like
and it's
some-
wild that guy even thought to question, am I wrong? Am I the a-hole for being pissed at this? What?
Yeah, you are. You're not the a-hole.
You're not the a-hole, but you are a dummy. And I hope you break up with this monster, maybe file a police report, and move on with your life.
I'm trying to see if there's an update on the Reddit thread.
I hope
don't
so.
see one.
I would love to know how this ended.
Man, it is. I also am just like, what? I mean, maybe they did it maybe did it like via Zoom or something. Like
Maybe
that
she
was
came
the
to the
way.
have
That's possible.
Or
And I
it
would
could have
think
been a
if he
telehealth
paid
thing.
her, if he paid her for sessions, that he should be able to at least sue her in civil court for more than
Yeah,
$500 a
I think.
session, like for pain and suffering, and be like, hey man, I told this lady my deepest, darkest, most insecure secrets, trying to get to the bottom of what's going on with me. She gave me fraudulent advice that has messed up my life, messed up my head, destroyed my relationship, trust in the medical
Does insurance
community.
cover a fake therapist?
Yeah, how'd that work?
Somebody check out our company policy.
Here's my HSA card.
Oh,
She's like, I'll use my insurance. And he's like, well, that was a Diners Club card you just handed her. Like, don't worry about that, honey. Just
has anybody been following this? The CEO of
yeah.
United Health.
United Healthcare,
Wow.
that whole story.
Yeah, the bullets having the writing on them. I mean, this was a hit job, right? This was a professional. hit
Well, now they're saying this guy may not have been as professional as people were saying at first.
He didn't look like it to me.
Well, he had his mask down at certain places. They got his whole face on camera now.
He's
And
like
they're sure that's the
smiling.
same person?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
did you see there's
what I thought,
pictures of
too.
side by sides where the strap, like one picture will be
It's a
gray,
different-
the next one's black.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
now
different
it's not the
jacket.
same person?
Well,
It's,
there's-
they've been.
Oh, come on.
You should see the pictures. It's kind of fun.
But that could be doctored as well. I
No,
don't
it could
know.
be, and the lighting could just make it look.
Hitman's message on bullet.
What the hell?
I guess on the bullets that were used in this assassination, the bullet shells casings had delay, deny, and defend on them, which is linked to some kind of book,
Yeah, it's a medical book.
in regards to the insurance industry.
This looks right to me.
Also, people's
What
are the things that everybody is reacting with. Have you read some of the comments under the news stories about this guy? And like, I mean, people just don't have any remorse at all for this man getting assassinated in
Yeah.
broad daylight, which to me shows that as a society we are headed towards anarchy. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty sad.
Yeah, I mean, a man was assassinated outside a hotel in New York
nice
City.
It's pretty awful.
It's awful.
Yeah, I mean, and they say United Healthcare was the biggest denier of insurance claims of
And that
all
sucks,
of all the big insurance companies out there.
Well, that's what I assumed the bullet casings meant. Deny claim, depose doc. It was like all medical. It was all tactics that insurance companies use to deny claims. You know what I mean? It was like, what was it? Deny, depose, and what else?
Defend.
But I mean, isn't that the
Deny
obvious
the
thing
claim,
to do?
defend.
Isn't that the obvious thing to do? Is to make it look like some disgruntled.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Insuree.
Like if you're doing that
Maybe.
for other reasons.
Well, and the wife said that he had been getting constant threats.
Yeah.
He was threatened a lot, and it could be. And listen, it could be the relative of a person who wound up passing away because an insurance claim was denied.
Yeah.
You don't know. But they said they had the guys, you know, they said they had the guy's face clearly because he stayed at a hostel that night. He
Yeah.
went to a Starbucks.
Yeah, the
and now they have
Starbucks.
his DNA from a Starbucks cup that he
What?
threw out.
I'll be honest, I watched the video. Not that I would have any kind of professional assessment, but just from being in the military and seeing how people in that, he walked like a kid. He kind of had like that bow-legged, like skinny jean walk of like a young kid. Because when he walked out, I was like, this guy doesn't move like a militarily trained person. I could be wrong. Maybe unless he's just so good, he's like, I'll make it look like I'm a kid.
Well, they also I watched some video.
He also seemed he fumbled quite a bit with the gun. They were like, oh, this was. He
Well,
didn't panic at all when the gun misfired.
It
I'm
wasn't
like,
a misfire. It was a bolt action.
Yeah, it was this.
It was a bolt action handgun.
Right.
That's
With
what
a
I was asking. So I was
silencer?
like, this guy clearly doesn't know. And then Riz was showing me this different type of,
Sure.
of weapon is.
Well, it's not a semi-automatic. It's a bolt like a rifle. Bolt action. You need to
And do you
clear
do-
the old round and then put.
And do you do that so you can catch the casings?
Maybe, but they're also saying if this guy was a professional assassin, he wouldn't have been so far away when he shot him, and it would have been just one shot back of the head, gone. If it was a
And wouldn't have
professional,
left casings unless you're trying to throw the
Yeah,
sound.
unless
Yeah, but he had why put the notes on the casings then?
to throw.
I mean,
he
to me,
also-
they're
the
sending a
movies
message.
Make it seem cool.
He also rode a city bike. Don't you have to swipe a card to get on one of those?
I think those are sometimes just lying around, or you could have used a fake one.
Yeah. Do you think he immediately did that, ran to the airport and?
No, what they said was well, at first it was like the guy ran into an alley. And then ran into Central Park where there are no cameras, and then disappeared on a city bike.
So if they have a suspect
to
because they have him on camera at the hostel, do they not have a name?
I don't know. They're being kind of mum about that.
It's all developing.
It's all developing.
What did they write on the cup at Starbucks?
Right.
I don't know. What was the name?
Aladdin.
Check the name.
Moon.
It was
Check
not
the-
Aladdin.
Check
Yes,
the
it
name.
was. Stop
And they
it.
spelled it correctly.
Check the name. So listen, insurance companies, they're the villain in a lot of cases. And what do we have here? We have Blue Cross Blue Shield, right? That's our.
Yeah, we used to have a United.
We used to have United. Now our company uses Blue Cross Blue Shield. And did you hear the news this week?
I did, and I was very happy.
Okay, so the story was this week that in 3 states, Connecticut, New York, and Missouri, Blue Cross had announced that if you are going in for surgery, you are going to be allotted a certain amount of anesthesia. And if the surgery goes overtime for some reason, Blue Cross will not pay for the anesthesia.
Blue Cross will actually send someone in to wake you up.
They go, we're done here.
Just kidding.
It's the other
I'm
guy
kidding.
from Wham.
So, and it would be Blue Cross that would set the time. It would be some arbitrary time that Blue Cross and Blue Shield would set for however long your surgery is supposed to be. If something happens, if there's a complication, too bad. We're not going to pay for the anesthesia for the overtime. So that came out this week. And it was, man, obviously people were upset.
Well, can I just go back? The thing I was happy about, I have all my doctors through Mercy, and so I thought that's what you were talking about. I was happy
Talking
that the
about the contract?
negotiation
No.
contract came through.
No, that's a whole nother story.
Which I was so excited about because I love my doctor at Mercy, and I did not want to have to find a new one that was in network.
And that was a local. That's a local issue here.
Yes,
So
but also is this anesthesia, because I think Missouri is not going to be part of this. I haven't read.
no, this was Missouri.
Oh, okay.
This was Connecticut, and this was New York. There were only 3 states.
That will have the anesthesia time limit.
That was announced this week.
Okay.
The anesthesia time limit. There was such a groundswell and such an uproar that Blue Cross is like, no, we're not going to do that anymore.
Good.
Gosh, I love how it's just so expensive, but yet they never want to give any money back.
So this is what they said. The controversial policy that would have limited insurance coverage on anesthesia is no longer going into effect in Missouri. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield confirmed Thursday. The health insurance company previously announced it would be rolling out updated coverage in Missouri, New York, and Connecticut that would have capped anesthesia at an unstated time limit, leaving patients to pay out of pocket for any remaining anesthesia use. The change was set to take effect February 1st.
Wild.
Man.
I know the governor of New York, the governor of Connecticut. I know people here in this state. They all were like, nah, this cannot happen.
Yeah, people would just decide to opt out of surgeries if they can't afford it, right? Because you'd have to pay for more anesthesia. That was the problem.
Yeah, it's not like they're going to shut it off and wake you up and go, hey, do you want...
Right.
Would you like it like a Top Golf? Like a Top Golf. Would you like to have your bay for another half hour?
What do you think? 30 more minutes?
That's ridiculous.
I'm sorry, your 2-hour time limit is up. Would you like to
Right.
pay for another 30
Yeah, and
minutes?
they're holding a little credit card swiper right there. 30 more minutes?
With a tip.
Here you go. Yeah. That's going to ask you a question on the other side there. Go ahead.
No, I mean, just take it. All jokes aside. All jokes aside. Obviously, not going to wake you up. When you do get up and you finally get your bill,
Yeah.
your
you-
chart. I'm sure it's not cheap.
Yeah. The first thing you're going to just look down, check all your limbs, and then go, what time is it?
Right.
I made
Get me
it.
out of here.
I made it under the time.
What happens is whenever we go for medical stuff, and some people are more diligent than others when it comes to how much does everything cost. Normally, it's I go for the procedure. I'm thinking my insurance is going to cover everything. A couple months later, you get a bill and you don't question anything.
Yeah, and you should, because there's a lot of errors. And these are people in the medical industry that are friends of mine who tell me, go back and ask for the codes and make sure they're getting all the codes right and that things actually happen. Because you don't ask questions because
You
it's
don't
out
ask
of our pay
questions.
grade.
I'm sure 90% of people don't ask questions.
Right.
First, you get the from the insurance company this is not a bill statement, which who the hell knows how to read that?
Explanation of benefits.
Okay, which who the hell knows how to read that?
Right.
That goes in the garbage. Then a couple weeks later, or even a couple months later, you get the bill.
Yep.
And then you just chalk it up to, I guess this is what it costs.
Right.
Man.
So you go for surgery. I don't know. Let's say you're getting your tonsils out. Okay, and Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield says you have 45 minutes to be under anesthesia, and God forbid something goes wrong, and now you're under for an hour and a half. So now you got to pay for 45 minutes of extra anesthesia that the insurance company is not gonna cover.
By the way, you can call and talk if you're having a procedure done. Like a couple years ago, I was going to have a procedure done, and I was very curious about how much it was going to cost me. Even though it was covered under insurance, I wanted to make sure and like double check. You can always call ahead, and they can give you the worst case scenario of like how high something will be. And apparently it has to do with just the codes of everything. If you have like a medical code, which I don't know, you have to talk to somebody to get those codes and then talk to your provider and tell them the exact code number. And then your provider will say, it will cost $4,500 or what, or could, or, and we will, cover
Yeah,
this
yeah,
amount. There's a way to be more responsible medically, but when you're in an emergency situation, and you need emergency surgery, there's no time to call. So that sucks. But
Well, also, do you think these big healthcare providers, the insurance providers, should they have to become nonprofit companies where they're not out there to gouge and they're just actually here to assist and help?
they never would, I don't think.
Or before you go into our surgery, you got to tell the doctor, "Hey, man, we got an hour.
I'm on a limit.
Hey,
Hey, what's your average time for this?
yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I want you to get this done.
Get in
I
and
gotta-
out.
Yeah. Now we got surgeons rushing
Yeah, no
surgeries.
thanks.
It's
No.
Madness.
when I saw it earlier this week, my mind was blown that this could even be a question.
Wow.
Right.
And thank God yesterday, you find out this is walked back, but the Anthem did put out a statement saying there has been significant widespread misinformation about an update to our anesthesia policy.
Please don't shoot us.
As a result, we have decided to not proceed with this policy change. To be clear, it never was and never will be the policy of Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield to not pay for medically necessary anesthesia services.
Wink, wink.
Their proposed update to the policy was only designed to clarify the appropriateness of anesthesia consistent with well-established clinical guidelines. What?
Word.
What they were saying was it wasn't going to be for stuff having to do with births or for anybody under the age of 18. But still, though,
So what?
when I'm going in for a knee surgery that's necessary, I'm not giving birth and I'm over 18. So
It's wild how much it costs, too, man. Like, I was awake from my wisdom teeth coming out just because.
Me too.
I was like, the price difference. They're like, we can put you out, but it's going to be, I don't even remember what it was, $5-6 grand. Or we can pull them with general, we can numb you up and get them all out for like $600. And I'm like, all right, let's strap in.
that's what I did.
Strap me to the chair. Let's get them out.
When I got my wisdom teeth out, I had very rudimentary insurance. I was not making any money.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's do this the cheap way.
Oh, yeah. And the lady, I mean, when she pulled mine, she was on, it was a very tiny lady. And she was she was straddling me.
Oh, do you remember the crunch?
Yanking, and I was like, this is.
Do you remember the crunch of the?
Yeah, they had to break mine.
And then when they pull it out.
Yuck.
Oh, did you ever? Have you had your wisdom teeth pulled out?
No, I had beautiful wisdom teeth, but I did have I have them drilled out. I had a filling, and I did that with no anesthesia because I had to sing and I didn't have money. And he's like, "Well, it's cheaper and faster,
Man,
and you won't have
when
a numb mouth."
When that drill hits that nerve,
Oh, dude.
man,
It
you
wakes
go
you
on
up,
a vision
huh?
quest.
Oh, all my blood vessels went cold. Everything just went. You know, you just.
I'm surprised they
you
would
go out
even
for a
do
second.
that without numbing
Yeah.
you up.
Yeah, it wasn't super deep, and it didn't take all that long.
Man, I feel
Still.
it right now. You even
But
talking
guys,
about it.
yeah, guys, it was regrettable. But I was like, "Okay, dude, I got to sing in a couple. I got a show in a couple hours." And he's like, "Well, I don't know. I can't guarantee it's going to wear off. You might be drilling a little bit and kind of weird." And I was like, "I can't afford it. Just do it, man.
well,
just do it."
Rockstar can't play high.
My mother-in-law tells a story. She she grew up in Soviet Union, and she had to have her
teeth were made of icicles.
her appendix taken out,
No,
and they
man.
don't use. They just cut you open and do it.
Oh,
That's
Golly. They're tougher, I guess, than us.
They do a local.
trauma.
I mean, she talks about screaming and the whole thing.
Jeez.
Save your money, people. Just if you learn anything from this conversation,
Yeah.
have a medical savings fund, okay?
And if you want to get into the medical business, you want
Yeah.
to be a nurse or a doctor or something, be an anesthesiologist because they make the most.
They do.
I tell you
Make
what.
Crazy
money.
money.
I had a prostate biopsy, and it's the most painful experience of my entire life, and that just the whole thing. And I will not do that again unless you knock me out. I had no anesthesia, no nothing, and I was screaming. My wife said that they could hear me in the hallway.
The good news with this is, again, Anthem did walk this back. So, we're
Gotcha.
we just want to see if you
I
guys
just
are paying
kidding.
attention.
I
December's
creaky.
Fools.
Anesthesia, they say, is the most costly part of the whole thing.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, of course it is.
But
It's
who
the
sets the
coolest part of
prices,
the whole
you know?
thing.
That's kind of the overarching theme of everything. You know, I'm a little. Lauren kind of mentioned it, but we glossed over it quite a bit. And of course, we're getting. Who'd have thought our insufferable contrarian Brad W would have lots of thoughts on this and the instant feedback, but clock out, Brad. I'm a little. I get it. I'm a purveyor of swamp justice. You know that. Everybody knows that. But at the same time, I'm like, it's a little alarming to see how okay a lot of people are with someone just being shot,
Yeah.
Assassinated.
even if he's a total piece of trash, right? He's the CEO of a terrible company. I get that. That Martin Shkreli guy that bought the AIDS treatment and then ran the price up too. Awful human being.
The farmer,
Yeah.
bro.
Trash
Hated that guy. But there are institutions in place that make it possible for these companies. They're setting the rules. It wasn't like this guy came up with the plan, right?
Yeah, but Rafe, when the institutions are corrupt.
I get it. But like, so where does it end? Do we move on, to the Senate? To where all these companies have put billions of dollars into lobbies,
we're not
like
advocating.
No,
Yeah.
there's people that have
This.
done that. I mean, people are
Sure.
trying to do it the right way, and maybe to your point, maybe this is a person they did all the right steps before,
agree.
and it finally came to a head, and they're like,
Sure.
I'm done, and then they just lost it and snapped Michael
sure.
Douglas style. Or
I
whatever.
wouldn't be surprised if this was a John Q. Public situation where like someone lost a loved one or was denied coverage. But
That's what they want you to think.
Either way,
Moon's just a conspiracy over
I'm
there.
going to say that's best case scenario.
I'm
Let's
just
say this
saying,
guy's. Let's make this guy
is there
as
a grassy
sympathetic as
knoll
possible.
You guys ever seen Arlington Road? For God's sakes, watch the film.
One guy
Moon's
did
looking
it all
for a grassy
himself.
knoll.
I'm telling you, man.
I'm on your track with you, Ray.
No,
I know.
It's always so easy,
I
and society
understand. I understand
instantly
what you're
lets
saying,
it go if it's an explainable one-guy scenario. Oh, some random rebel who was angry and had a reason and Swamp Justice this, and now we're all fine with it. Arlington Road.
I get what you're saying, Rafe. It's there are certain factions that are celebrating this, and it's.
Well, I just see friends of mine being like, "Good, I'm glad this," and I'm just like, "Yeah,
You don't know-
That's a slippery slope to be like celebrating."
And the people that say that didn't know anything about this guy prior to this.
No,
Nothing. It's like, what? Oh, this has been public enemy number one to you for the last 10 years? I don't think so.
If I asked you who the CEO of United Healthcare was,
Yeah.
you didn't know.
And it's a human being that
Right.
you know nothing about,
Yeah.
essentially. So, like, that's my only problem with Swamp Justice is if we're gonna allow every single person to be a judge, and an executioner, you guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Wooey.
George Carlin said it best when he was like, imagine how stupid the average person is. Think about it in your head. And then realize that half of the planet is dumber than that guy.
yeah,
Yep.
Listen, I'm all for a sock full of nickels. That kind of.
that's why justice is doled
the
out.
cute-
In moderation.
Yeah, a sock full of nickels.
Bar fight, hell yeah.
Right.
Getting,
Assassinating on the street, no
yeah,
thanks.
you hit your kid in the parking lot, and then someone sneaks up behind you and pimp slaps you. Like that, to me, is a good
That's
administration
swamp
of
justice.
swamp justice.
Right. This is a whole thing.
It has to be done in moderation. This is, and look,
Are they saying anything as far as the
I lived without
investigation
health
goes?
care for a long time. I'm a comedian, so I understand. I've advocated. I went to school for this. I've advocated. My term paper in grad school was about that health care should be a right, a basic human fundamental right. It's not a commodity that can be traded. I can't trade you health for money. You can't take 10% of my health and give me $1,000. That's not how it works. It's either a basic human fundamental right or it's not. But that comes through Congress. This is Congress making it okay for these companies for these profiteering companies to come in and take advantage of the population and price gouge health care. And if you look at pharmacy companies, I mean, just the boner pills, that's like a $14 billion industry. They don't pay anything into the system. They just profit. So it's like there's plenty of people profiting off of the system that could be paying in. It could easily cover everybody in this country, at least to some degree.
They'll catch this guy.
And, yeah, but it's just like they'll catch him. And there may be some sympathetic story, but it's still like I just think it's a slippery slope when I see people being like, yeah, sometimes people got to get kept, to incite change. And I'm like, okay.
But we can all agree that murder is never okay, right?
That's what we're saying.
It's kind of, it's where I'm coming
That's what
from.
we're saying. And unfortunately, that's what I mean by we are leaning into anarchy. If the people, I was appalled to see so many people just okay with this.
Yeah, violence is
Almost
not
celebrating.
the
I mean,
answer.
it's the same thing as when the assassination attempt on Donald Trump, whether you hate the guy or not, it's not cool, man. We have seen, and we're getting more and more of this,
Yeah.
and I don't want to see
Well, we're
us
getting
go
numb
into
to it
that.
too. We're inundated
Exactly.
with it.
And it only makes everything worse.
I could open up Twitter or I can open up Facebook, Instagram, and within 10 minutes there's a video of somebody getting killed.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
And so what is that like? How do we curb that? How do we stop that? I don't want to get numb to the pain that's out there. I mean, I'm a bleeding heart liberal, dude. I will be upset about everything.
Death is the
It
enemy.
sucks. I
Death
don't want
is the
anybody
bad
getting
guy.
hurt and killed.
Well, anyway, I'm sure we'll hear more about this. And again, they say they got the guy's face on camera. They got his DNA from the Starbucks cup. So
Oh, man, he's toast.
he's toast.
Yeah.
You think so? Okay, so that's where the investigation is?
Yes.
They have a name, a DNA.
They don't have a name.
They got a strand of DNA.
Got the cup.
They got the
They
cup.
got the cup. They
And it
got
sa-
the cup.
And it says, Bradley on it or whatever.
All right. Palate cleanser. Something more fun, okay?
Okay.
Here
All
we
right,
go.
yeah, whimsical. We were on
Yay!
whimsical. Gosh,
Yeah.
damn it.
Whimsical. All right, so this is our second to last Friday before we go on our vacation. So
Happy
let's play a little game before we go on our Christmas vacation. And it's about Christmas movies.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a word, and this is an all play. So
Okay.
So the name, your name is your buzzer.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to give you a word, and you tell me what movie,
Great.
and you tell me what movie it's associated with.
I'll keep score.
Okay. Now there'll be. I'll wind up giving, if we don't get an answer, 3 single words for the movie. Okay. If you guess wrong, you're out for this particular round. Okay. So the first word is loner.
Moon.
Moon.
Pee-wee's Big Time.
These are
These
Christmas,
are Christmas
movies?
Oh, I didn't hear that. I apologize. You know what?
Loner.
Pee-wee is a Christmas movie for me.
Loner.
I'm a loner, Dottie.
King Scott.
A rebel.
King Scott.
I'm going to say Christmas Vacation. The cousin.
I can't understand the rules. What am?
I'm going to give you a word, single word.
Okay.
And this single word is associated with the Christmas movie. Okay. If nobody gets it on the first word, I'll give another
Moon.
word. No, you're out.
No, I'm not. Everybody's...
Rafe.
Nobody's saying anything.
Okay. So nobody. Okay. Rafe.
Home Alone.
That was my guess.
Next word, mountain.
Okay, so Lonely
Christmas
on a Mountain.
Moon.
Moon.
The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug.
Okay. Only real answers now.
That was
okay?
a real...
These are Christmas movies.
Oh, yeah.
You jackass.
I forgot. Sorry.
Learn. Loner
I really did
and
forget.
Mountain.
The same movie?
Same movie.
Loner and Mountain go together.
Right? This is the same movie. This is
I'll
the
take
second.
that. I'll take that. I accept the award.
This
Same
is the
movie,
second-
yes.
Okay.
Gosh dang it, man. Christmas movies. Hello. Yeah, it's Friday. I'm
Loner.
exhausted.
Mountain. Third word, thief.
Oh, this is the same movie.
Oh, Rafe.
Rafe.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yes.
yeah.
It's all the same movie.
Second movie.
So confusing.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
first
right,
word,
here
next
we go.
movie.
I get it.
Human.
Okay.
Wow, that's...
Human.
Oh!
King Scott.
Elf.
Elf.
Learn.
Doggone it.
Dang.
Well, that was pretty
I would
good.
have said dad and then syrup.
Great.
Did she say learn, by the way?
I didn't. I said Elf, and then
King
I said
Scott,
my name.
Elf.
King Scott. Elf.
No,
Yeah,
no,
point.
King
Point
for
Scott.
King Scott.
Whatever. Divided.
All right.
Share my point.
Next. Next movie.
Got it.
Family.
Learn.
King Scott.
Learn.
Family Stone.
King
it.
Scott.
You don't want to give it to me, but you need to.
He did say it first.
I'm going to get it
Moon.
wrong.
Go.
Christmas Vacation.
Yes.
Yeah!
Wow. We're all tied up.
Next
The jackass
next
is on
movie.
the board.
Halloween.
Learn.
Learn.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
Gosh dang.
Nice.
There we go.
Should have gotten that.
Stories.
Rafe.
Rafe.
A Christmas Story.
Affair.
Learn.
Learn.
Love Actually.
Yes.
Stupid movie, but
Oh.
love that I got it right.
I still haven't seen that.
Dead.
Rafe.
Rafe.
The Santa Claus.
Yes.
Right on. Oh no, he's dead in
Dang.
that?
Whoa.
He's a
Yeah,
ghost
Santa
at the end?
dies.
Spoiler
No,
alert.
Santa. That's how Tim Allen becomes.
He accidentally kills Santa. It's kind of a dark premise.
I don't
if
like
you think
it.
about
I don't like Tim Allen
and
killing
you know what?
Santa.
I think I read something. I read something earlier this week that he was. How did Santa die? He died. He fell off the roof, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how did Tim Allen cause his demise? I think in the original script it said that Tim Allen shot him.
And they couldn't have him shooting Santa.
Well,
This
I
is
think that
it.
was the original premise of the.
And it was like an
movie.
eternal punishment that you had to replace him?
All right, ready? Toy.
Moon.
Moon.
Toy Story?
No.
Oh, yeah. Christmas. God dang it.
That's kind of
Parade.
Rafe.
Rafe.
Jingle All the Way.
Yes.
Jingle all the
Dang
way.
it.
Oh, we're neck and neck.
That was a good one.
Swap.
say it again.
Learn.
Learn.
The Holiday.
Yeah.
Nice.
She's killing it.
I got one more, and this is easy.
I'm happy all these rom-coms are in here.
This is easy. You got to be real. You guys got to. Be real
I got
quick
it on the
this
tip of
one.
my tongue. Here we go.
You got to be real quick on this one.
Okay.
Kid.
Rafe.
King Scott.
Rafe.
Christmas Story.
King Scott.
King Scott.
Home Alone.
Yes.
Gosh, dang.
Yes. I was just saying, no
I
matter
just had
what.
one preloaded. I'm
was
going
waiting.
for it.
I had it.
That was a failure. Okay.
I had a great time with that.
That was nice.
Once I understood what we were doing.
I know. It was tough to explain.
I was
I want
called
to
a
do it where you
jackass.
call someone else. I say, learn. And she has to answer.
All right, let's do this. And that is brought to us by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Check out the all-new Hot Shots Limburg, 7575 Limburg Boulevard, your new home for sports in South County. Get all the information at hotshotsnet.com. From Jerseyville, Illinois, Robert Schofield
Yeah,
is our Robert has been a loyal Rich Show listener since he moved to Illinois back in 2018. His sister and dad are also Rich Show listeners. Excited to be the first in his family to become a Team Riz member. Loves Rafe's comedic timing, learns energy, Moon's thoughtful insights, King Scott's demeanor, and my ability to lead the show with focus and determination.
Nice.
I just called the co-host a jackass this morning. That's right.
That's how you
Yeah,
roll.
dude.
Determination.
I deserved it.
Robert swears to fulfill his duties as a Riz evangelist and preach the gospel of Riz far and wide while wearing his Team Riz jersey to any and all family functions. We'll keep you to that, Robert. Robert Schofield from Jerseyville, Illinois is our Team Riz member of the day. Get super sweet Team Riz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, we'll take our first break of the morning. We'll come back and we will send a Craigslist Freak of the Week to the Craigslist Freak of the Year finals. We had a semifinal matchup yesterday. You guys voted. We'll tell you who won after the break. Also, we'll get into crap on celebrities. To the program, phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizShow1057thepoint.com. Crap on celebrities here in just a moment. We'll send a freak through to the Craigslist Freak of the Year finals. Fails E-memoriam, Friday Fail Stories. We'll play a new game, give away some prizes, including tickets for Punk Rock Christmas, which is tomorrow. Tickets are still available. Shopping season is in full swing. Lots of gifts to wrap. And if you aren't careful, curious minds might be looking for your hidden gifts. Mm-hmm. You ever find the gifts when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
I dared not look.
I found him.
dared not look.
That's a strange. You were a strange child. I feel like that was our mission.
Mm-hmm.
No, you know what? I didn't want a chance not getting the gifts.
You don't tell your parents that, hey, I found mom's gift to me.
I
Yeah,
did.
but I was paranoid about getting caught.
I did once. And
You found?
I've told the story. No, I found every year until they started They started to hide them at the neighbors' houses, which I found them there as well, by the way. But the reason being is because, dude, I've told the story before. I said, listen, rollerblades had just come out. And I went to some kid's house, and he was kind of the rich kid that always like experimented and got all the toys first. And he got not inline skates; they were called onlines. And they had these little green wheels, and they were like
online
they were like the Chuck Taylors of skates.
They were made for standing in line.
Dude, they were so dumb. They were so crappy, and because they had no, like a rollerblade that, as we know it, has like a plastic boot, like a skate boot kind of thing,
Right.
For ankle support, for goodness sakes.
And what were these?
These were like the Chuck Taylors. They were like canvas on the top. Basically, you're just wearing a sock with wheels under it. So you're ankle breakers. This is a horrible toy. And I remember this kid having them, and I thought, you know what? I don't need Bowers or any of these like $100 ones. I just want some that are plastic. They have the little clips, those little clamp things, looking like a ski boot. So I said, hey, all I want for Christmas is rollerblades. But, Ma, you listen to me carefully. Don't get the one in the black box with the green writing that says online. That's all. Just make sure it doesn't say that, which I'm sure is the one that was in the toy aisle at Target or Walmart.
Yeah.
Adventure.
It's got to say inline.
As long as it doesn't say these words. I probably drew a picture for her.
Couldn't have been more specific.
Don't get these. And then I find the presents were under the stairs, like in these in the old suitcases.
Okay.
And under suitcases. And sure enough, dude, I was like, I look at the box and I'm like, and it's wrapped. I look at the box and I'm like, pooh, that's kind of the wrong size. It kind of looks like the wheel. That's the kind of looks like the box at the other place. Yeah. And I was like, man. So I think I did. I don't remember if it was this year or a different year. I did the little steamer thing on the
yeah,
tape,
yeah.
you know, so it like lifts the glue off the tape.
Oh, you did all that stuff?
Well, yeah, of course. So then you lift it up, and the first word I see is online skates from Target or whatever the hell. And I just went, and I go, oh. I was in the basement. I was all, what do I do? What do I do? Like, this is an emergency. I'm gonna blow my cover here. And the fact that I've been finding these presents for like the last 7 of my 11 years or whatever.
So you told your mom?
Oh, I think it's probably felt like 15 minutes of deliberation. I probably made that decision in 30 seconds. I went straight upstairs and I go, Mom, you bought the one skates I told you not to buy.
There's still time to return them.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, do I ruin my Christmas for the
what'd
next
she
3
say?
weeks?
Oh my gosh.
That's what she said. You're getting nothing. You're getting coal. You're going to get your online skates, or you're getting nothing.
That's
I'm
right.
sure I was in trouble for finding them. The next year they were down at Joanne's house, that's for sure.
Do you remember remember the old skates like a little kid you'd get, and they strapped on your sneakers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Plastic with
Velcro or
with
whatever.
the plastic. It was the plastic wheels.
Yeah, preschool.
And you could lock like the back ones or the forward ones where only one set works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were never good.
Oh, and they had like a clicking to them. Like the wheels, they go.
Oh, they were horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
They
are
were
awful.
destined to
What a
break
great
instantly.
idea for an invention, you know, so you could wear your own shoes.
Yeah. Well, they were
Well, they had
sizable
metal
too.
ones.
Yeah, they were sizable.
Yeah.
Well, the metal ones were from like the 50s.
Yeah,
The
that's
plastic
what,
ones
We had
were
some
when
of
I
those as my kids.
When I was a kid.
And I use those. But I do remember one like before Christmas, I went to Moon's house and he was like, "Dude, check out what I'm getting." And he opened up. He had opened it up. He's like, "Look, I'm getting a wah-wah pedal or wah pedal." And I'm like, "What?" And it's like. That's hilarious.
He was
I
like
never thought
27.
of doing this, and he was already opening them up before
Yeah.
Christmas.
There were no surprises for me.
Well, did you act surprised or?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, great!
Well, I mean, yeah, because
Online skates.
I was still stoked to get it.
To get the
now I have
to get
access.
the-
now my
to
name's
get
on
the
this
gift.
thing.
I was going to
so
say
sure.
prize. Who's your prize? That's what when Rocky gives Adrian a Christmas gift. He goes, "Who's your prize?"
You got to remember that was like probably one of my first years where I got something cool. You know what I mean? Like, remember, I was getting National Geographic shirts
pretty
and like
cool.
the baseball from Frosted Flakes. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and like
Learn-
a scout belt.
Where did your mom hide the gifts?
Basement in the rafters.
In the rafters. So there was actually some effort.
There was.
But you knew where they
Does
were.
Jill know that you knew where they were?
Yeah, I think she knows. I took my sister down there too. I was like, "Hey, let's go look for presents. This is where Mom hides them."
So did you just guess from the boxes and shake them and do that whole thing, or did you like?
Yeah, we like some things we knew, and some things were like, "Ooh." We never did the steam tape thing, but
Oh, I had to
wanted
see.
to. We didn't have a
Rafe?
steamer.
They hid them in various places. I would always find them, but I became a master of. My dad used to have these old Vietnam era sea rations. Do you know what those are?
Yeah, it's food.
It's like the food the army had
Yeah.
in Vietnam.
The
They had-
MREs or whatever they're called?
But the old MREs
The
that had
old
like
ones.
cans. There'd be like a can of looked like dog food, like pounded
Oh,
meat.
gross.
But they came with this little can opener. It was called a P38, and it was just like a little razor blade that flipped out to the side, and it was perfect. So I kept one, and I hid it, and I would go to the end of presents, and I would cut the tape because it'd sit flush on the end of a present. I could
Yeah.
cut the tape and open the end of the present and see the end of the box to see what was in it, and then
Yeah.
I could just close it back up, take a piece of tape approximately the same size,
Ooh-wee.
and hide my work.
Wow.
And I would
Little
get.
criminal,
wow.
Christmas criminals, all of you.
I was a little criminal, dude. I'd be under the tree because I'd be home with my brothers a lot, and I'd be like, "You guys go watch Eureka's Castle or whatever you're into. I got work to do."
Yeah.
I knew way ahead of time that I was getting that Tycho Bandit, which was the biggest disappointment maybe of all Christmas gifts of all time. I wanted this RC car. It was a Tycho Bandit, and the commercial had to jumping over sand dunes.
Yeah.
It was before battery was good, man, and I got it. And I think the thing would go for like 5 minutes and die.
Yeah.
It was just the worst.
I'm perfectly honest. I never did look for the gifts because I was always scared of getting caught.
Yeah.
And if I got caught, I was not going to have a good Christmas.
I think that's
What a
what my
wimp.
mother-in-law said. Like she told the kids that if you found it, you didn't get it. And I think she stuck to it. I think my wife or one of her sisters found something, and Deanne took it back. Like, no, I told
My
you.
mom could have said that to
I
me.
told
and
you
it stuck.
once, if you found it, it's going back, and she took it back.
I also dared not snoop around my parents' room.
Oh, I have.
I was never in the room.
I found. And I won't go into that,
Oh,
but
no.
I found a stash of something one time, and I was like, "Oh, what's
Heyo.
Yeah.
While looking for presents?
No, just I was actually looking for. I was looking for change, and I found Jerry's marijuana stash.
Oh,
I'll throw my stepdad under the
marijuana
bus.
cigarettes.
No.
Huh?
Marijuana
dude.
cigarettes. I go, Jerry, what's this? And I took
some
those
splaining.
marijuana cigarettes and I smoked one. And I,
Jerry, are
I
these
thought-
marijuana cigarettes?
I was like, I'm not
Did
going to
you think
get
they
in
were
trouble.
regular cigs?
No. I knew exactly what they were. And I was like,
How old were you for?
this was in high school. I was 4 years old.
The wild times
Damn
of
it,
second
Jerry.
grade for life.
I just think it's cool your parents were rich enough to get you guys gifts.
Jelly's a lot cooler than I thought he was.
Stop this.
All right, listen, we got some work to do. Actually, you know what? The work's been done, and the work was done by our listeners, our fantastic Rizzuto listeners. Thank you guys for voting. Craigslist Freak of the Week. It's a semifinals, and we send one ad to the Freak of the Year finals, which will be next week, where we will crown the Craigslist Freak of the Year 2024. So Lauren read the two semifinalists. You guys voted via Twitter, and only one moves on. And here we go. Here's how it all shook out. Your winner had 51.9% of the vote. The runner-up had 48.1%. And moving on to the Craigslist Freak of the Year finals. Congratulations. Robert Plant.
Wow.
Sundown, you better take care.
Plant me. Man for man, 49 years old, Newfoundland. I want you to plant me and then plant me. I love plants. Like, I'm obsessed and I identify as a plant. I'm looking for a cool 420 friendly partner who's going to treat me like their little fiddle plant and give me more than just their green thumb, wink, wink. I want you to plant me in the ground up to my neck and then water me the old-fashioned way. Use me as a toilet and make sure I get the nourishment that I need. You can dig me up and transplant me as I grow. Bury me in all sorts of positions. Ass up with legs and arms buried securely in the ground will leave me at your mercy. And trust, I want no mercy. You can also bury me with only my face and stalk exposed for your pleasure. I want us both to have a benefit from this horny little garden. Make sure you pull out all the pubies and keep your fiddle plant tidy. I have a giant cattle trough, plenty of dirt for us, and I look forward to becoming your favorite naughty crop. Literally all day yesterday I had that damn
You had
song
that
in
song
my
in your
head.
head?
Yeah.
If you're in your 20s, you may be able to pound drinks at a heavy metal concert, then head into the mosh pit without worrying about needing to hit the bathroom and lose your spot, right? No? Okay.
I mean,
But if you're an old school mosher, you don't have that luxury. Your bladder's a bit weaker
yeah.
until now.
Diaper time.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yes. So Liquid Death, the metal
No way.
themed canned water company, partnered with Depends.
Dude, this is not like just a joke thing. I mean, it's kind of a joke thing, I'm sure. But like, remember Richard Christie would talk about doing this.
From the Stern Show, yes.
Yeah, 'cause he
Richard
would-
Christie from the Stern Show. Do you remember what band it was? Coed and Cambria was a huge
Oh
Coed
yeah,
and
because
Cambria
he's
fan.
the biggest fan.
That's ridiculous.
And he wore a diaper in the mosh pit. But okay, it is ridiculous. But then again, when I see some of these festivals, and I've played some of these festivals, where there's 20, 30, maybe 40,000 people watching the same stage, and you're in the middle, and you don't want to give up the middle spot,
Yeah.
what does one do? I always think, anytime you see Metallica playing for, whatever it is, 60,000 people or something at like a German festival, and you see the people in the middle, or heaven forbid, like on the rack right there in the front, what are they doing for the bathroom?
Well,
I
I remember
know.
one of the big concerts that I was working, you were playing, and we had guests down in this VIP area that was up front by the stage, and some guy had to go to the bathroom and just started peeing right in their area.
Just-
I would
Yeah.
imagine, I've been to plenty of festivals, and I see people get up front and they get there early
Yeah.
to get their spot up against the barricade.
There's a diaper there.
There's a spot to get up against a barricade, and that's their spot for the day.
I'm
Next
just
time you
imagining-
see,
And you think if you're going to go all the way back, hold my spot.
Right.
That's not happening.
You'll never get back.
You're never getting back.
So at Punk Rock Christmas, you're going to have merch. I think this would be a great thing to
Yeah.
sell.
Oh yeah, we got Santa diapers.
Okay, good.
I was going to say, mosh pit, though, with a urine-filled diaper? Are you kidding me? Like, I'm not...
It was very absorbent.
So not absorbent enough, dude. You get crashed into the wrong way. Urine everywhere.
So Liquid Death teamed up with, you know what? It's not Depends, it's Depend.
Oh, it is.
It is really.
Yeah, it's Depend. I always called it Depends, but it's Depend.
thought it
We
was
Liam Neeson's.
The Depend,
Depend?
the Depend diaper company.
I, for one, am happy I didn't know that yet.
They have created a special absorbent undergarment that's perfect for moshing. It's called the Pit Diaper.
Okay.
And they describe it as a codpiece made of premium, cruelty-free quilted pleather, accented with chains and spikes, so it's going to seamlessly blend with any outfit.
Oh, yeah?
They're compatible with Depend guards for men,
What about my leather pants?
and
Are they gonna...
each one comes with a full pack of them. There's a whole commercial for it and everything. Here we go.
The scariest place at a show isn't the mosh pit. It's the bathroom. Mile-long lines. What's a music fan to do? Introducing the Pit Diaper from Liquid Death. Now you never have to leave the pit or worry about leaks ever again. Powered by Depend Guards, the Pit Diaper locks away recycled Liquid Death mountain water, flavored sparkling or iced tea, and helps neutralize odor instantly.
Yeah, I mean, this is a real thing.
Wow.
It looks like something the YMCA guys would wear.
Now, there's a tongue-in-cheek commercial for it where they say no one would know that you're wearing Depend guards. Although it does say Pit Diaper in metal lettering on the side. It's a real product that you could own, but they are only selling them at liquiddeath.com/Pit Diaper. Currently sold out. $75.
Shall we buy 5 for this show and I'll wear
You
them
can.
one day?
I tried.
Oh, you did?
Next time you see a picture, though, of some Metallica show or of some big giant metal fest, just remember the percentage of diapers out there
Somebody's probably
is,
wearing
is above zero.
Somebody's probably
fan
wearing
base.
a diaper.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, the Metallica fan base, yeah. That's my point.
Yeah.
Like, the percentage of diapers is increasing steadily.
Well, I want to say
a lot of
you know,
walkers and
the Metallica fan base at this point really actually needs them.
Maybe some do, but some are out
portion
there.
of the- a
Utilitarian at
portion-
this point.
It is optional
Portion
for some.
do actually, but this is liquiddeath.com/Pit Diaper. If you want to see if you can get some, I don't know if they're going to reload the stock, but $75 for a pack. I tried. I went to go buy some for everybody this morning, but they're gone.
Can we just do it the old-fashioned way where you just don't drink anything? You have one little thing of water. You're going to be
Dehydrate?
in the front.
No, you want to be dehydrated?
Hydration is
no.
key.
You hydrate before,
No.
and then you whiz out before you get in where you want to be.
If we're only that simple.
All right, today is
It's that simple.
Today is December the 6th. Back in the day, 1,681 years ago, in 343 A.D., the real St. Nicholas died. He secretly gave gifts to poor brides-to-be. 159 years ago, 1865, the 13th Amendment was ratified that abolished slavery. 83 years ago, 1941, President FDR appealed for peace to Emperor Hirohito of Japan. The emperor did not listen. Pearl Harbor was bombed the next day. 60 years ago, 1964, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer first aired on NBC. 55 years ago, 1969, 300,000 fans attended what they called Woodstock West, a festival featuring Santana, Jefferson Airplane, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, and the Rolling Stones at Altamont Speedway in Livermore, California. They decided to hire the Hells Angels as security guards.
Yeah.
It did not go as planned.
How many people died?
One guy died. One guy was murdered. By the time the Stones came on, a full-on riot had begun. Mick Jagger pleaded with the crowd to stop. Keith Richards even threatened to jump in himself. 4 people died.
Wow.
4 people died, including a black man named Meredith Hunter. He was stabbed by one of the Hells Angels. The 1970 concert flick Gimme Shelter includes actual footage of all the chaos. 36 years ago, 1988, Roy Orbison dies of a heart attack. How old was he?
wasn't he like 57 or something?
He was only 52.
Wow.
52.
He looks so much
He
older.
looks so much
looked
older.
80, yeah.
You know what? What's funny is, and I saw this yesterday. So the Traveling Wilburys, who was Orbison, it was Tom Petty, it was George Harrison, it was Jeff Lynne, it was Bob Dylan. Tom Petty was in his 30s. The other guys were in their 40s.
Yeah, they all looked so old.
They all look so old.
Yeah.
Yeah, rough lives. Orbison had he had top 5 helmet hair.
Oh,
Oh, for sure.
Top 5 helmet hair of all time, where it just looks like that thing came off at night.
Just looked like
it
a
got put
Lego.
on top of a knight's armor, and he just went to bed with a bald head.
Yeah, yeah.
with
It looked
that
like,
and the glasses, he looked like a villain for a cartoon.
looked like a Lego.
Yeah.
Just boop,
And were the
pops
glasses
on and pops off.
were the glasses a fashion thing?
I think they were prescription.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
he had
Lego
some
hair,
kind of
yeah.
issue.
Did it? Did it come off with the hair?
Yeah.
Attached there. I thought it was because of a stage fright thing. I could be mistaken.
I thought he actually had an eye issue. He could see, but let's see here.
30 years ago in 1994, Bush puts out their first record, 16 Stone. Great record. That same day, Dumb and Dumber comes out.
Oh, man.
Great day, huh?
Yeah. It's
Bush
just,
puts out their debut record, and Dumb and Dumber come out.
I feel like it like summed up how cool that year was, too. It was like,
1994?
Yeah, dude.
Things were happening every day.
94 was just, I mean, dare I say, perfect.
It was a
I got
great year.
the Roy Orbison eyesight update.
Okay.
He had poor eyesight from a young age, and he wore super thick glasses, but he left them on an airplane while he was touring with the Beatles. So he was forced to wear his prescription sunglasses
Okay.
that night.
That's what it became
and it
a-
became like a thing from then on.
Love it.
Yeah.
Hey, think about that. So, 13 years old, especially for a young boy. I can't speak for a young lady, but a young boy, 13 years old. It's like one of the most important years in all of youth. That entire first quarter of life, because it's the first time you're kind of like actually feeling independent and thinking independently, and everything is pretty cool. You know what I mean? There's no like jadedness or any sort of like badness. Everything is just pretty dope, right? And how cool, and I will forever say, I feel like one of the most fortunate people to ever be born exactly when I was, because I was 13 years old in 1994.
Right.
Coolest freaking year for alternative music. Dumb and Dumber
Yes.
comes out, all this kind of stuff. I was just like,
But you
oh
did
my
not-
God, life is grand.
And I was in my formidable years as well. 1994, I was a sophomore in high school. We didn't realize it was happening.
no,
No.
of course not. But I'm saying, like, looking back.
Looking back.
Just being, like, 13 in 1994, or any teen in 1994. Holy
We
smokes.
didn't
I was
realize all
9.
that. We didn't realize all that cool stuff was happening.
But I was a part of that. Like, I mean, I really did. I got into Nirvana. I was listening to 16 Stone. Like, it was a cool thing. And I wasn't even in double digits yet, but it was happening to, like, me.
we
And I was
didn't
just
know
a
how
kid.
cool it was, though.
But everything
Looking
that
back
came
now.
out, it was just like a Gatling gun of just coolness. Every single day, like something else came out. And
Yeah.
then Dumb
At
and
least
Dumber,
every
you're like,
week, yeah, at least every week something cool was happening.
I loved MTV, Daria and Singled Out.
it was
and
awesome.
MTV
Ren and
What a-
Stimpy.
It
What a
was
time
so
to be
great.
alive. All right, that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Cordell and Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Well, the wait is over. I'm really excited about this. Riz, I think you're excited.
What happened?
Led Zeppelin fans, we will
Oh,
now
yes.
be able to see the Led Zeppelin authorized by the band documentary, Becoming Led Zeppelin. It will be on IMAX screens. Only one theater here in St. Louis will offer it in the weekend of February 7th.
What show?
It will be Ronnie's.
Okay, over at Ronnie's.
And
will
so-
they mention the
Dude.
plagiarism stuff?
Yeah, that'll be interesting to hear with Taurus.
I
and,
bet you they will.
I mean, because
Spirit.
it's such a huge. Oh no, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about all the bar guys.
Oh, they'll talk about probably the Stairway to Heaven.
That-
I don't know that with
That's-
Spirit, with the band Spirit.
Right.
Yeah,
and they'll
that's-
probably talk about like stealing from blues artists too.
No, they'll call it being influenced by.
Sure.
Well, I mean, didn't they settle a whole lot of lawsuits with the with all those?
A whole lot of lawsuits.
Whole lot of
I
money.
know. Regardless, I'm looking forward to it. It's the three guys
Yeah.
sitting there actually being interviewed talking about the
It's
band.
going to be cool. The film tells the story of how the band came together, but according to one person, the film's writer and producer, it wasn't as easy to make it due to the lack of footage from those early days. Here's what we can expect. So unreleased footage of them performing at the Atlanta Pop Festival in '69, home footage from 1968 of John Bonham and his family, and a never-before-heard interview with John Bonham, which, according to LedZeppNews.com, is kind of misleading because the interview heard throughout the film and included in the trailer was an Australian radio interview with Robert Plant and Bonham that had been widely available for years, and then they took it offline to repurpose it for this.
As a Zeppelin fan, and I'm a huge Led Zeppelin fan, I just want to enjoy it.
Same.
I do too.
I don't want to think about losses.
Dude, honestly,
What?
I
no.
want to just
I'm not
enjoy
saying
it.
this is even a bad thing. It's a part of the history. It's an important part of the history.
I would even consider going to the IMAX theater to see it.
No, I want to go see
When
that.
is it?
It will February 7th. We will have it at Ronnie's.
February 7th. What is that? What day
It's
of the
a
week
Friday.
is that?
The whole weekend
That's a
it'll
Friday? Tickets being sold right now?
be there. Yes.
So are we taking Saturday off?
We're taking Saturday off,
We're taking
guys.
Saturday off.
Thanks,
Anyway.
man.
February 7th.
As soon as you said IMAX, I immediately was like, that is a show that I would love to see at the Sphere.
My wife's birthday.
Could you imagine?
She would love to go see this.
Yeah. Zeppelin
No,
at the Sphere?
If Page and Plant did the Sphere, I would go to that.
Oh, for
I would
sure.
pay the money to go to that.
Yeah.
That would be a good first
Well, and
Sphere show for me.
John Paul Jones. Get all three of them in
Yeah,
there.
if he's willing.
And Jason
I feel like
Bonham
they
on
cut him out.
drums. Holy crow.
Wouldn't you
What-
want to go to that?
Of course I would.
If Zeppelin did the Sphere, would that not be... I don't know if there's a better...
Pink
I don't know if
Floyd.
I could think of a Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
Pink
real
Floyd.
Pink Floyd got back
If real
together
Pink
in
Floyd
any
got back
capacity, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And what a gift it would be to my wife to take her to Ronnie's in South County to go see a screening on the IMAX theater of a band
You like.
a band's biography that I like.
She'll
think you
enjoy.
No, she wouldn't.
Buy
I
her
know
dinner
someone
at
else who
Fridays.
uses this philosophy.
Yeah, Tina. That's what happened to you this year.
When
This
you
is your
see
Charlie
XCX.
XCX concert.
Jerry Cantrell of Alice in Chains has remade his latest solo album, I Want Blood, as a series of spoken word tracks. Riz, I emailed you this link because there wasn't any, I didn't get the audio. It's just a YouTube thing. But the first one released was for Vilified, and it comes with an animated video. And so Jerry Cantrell originally conceived this idea of this spoken word track as just a B-side for the original Vilified single. But then one of his collaborators had background music, and so the new track is out, and apparently each Thursday Jerry Cantrell will be releasing kind of a new spoken word track for this new album. He's taking
Cantrell.
music from his latest album and he's slowing it down, and he's doing a spoken word of the lyrics
Why
instead
would
of
anybody want this?
I don't know.
It sounds like the Hadestown soundtrack. You ever seen that? The guy's like, why do we build the wall? My children. My children. It sounds like Jerry. It literally sounds like the song.
Why would anybody want this?
I don't know. I just want to make sure you're aware.
I love Alice in Chains. I'm a Jerry Cantrell fan.
Same.
Okay, wow.
Well, he can trail great stories.
Thanks,
Well,
Scott.
Yeah,
for that contribution to this conversation.
Every Thursday, you can look forward to getting high and listening to that. In TV news, Carrie Underwood has been announced as the headliner for Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest.
You guys have New Year's plans yet?
I don't. And I don't know if I want them. More and more, I am bailing on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Like, I used to love it. I used to do the hotel thing, dancing,
Yeah, I think
band.
next year we're going to bring back the party.
Oh, great. Right as we're all
Next
burnt
year?
out.
Not this year.
Great.
Not this year. Next year.
What
I
kind
was
of
thinking
party
about
do
it.
you want?
You know, when we used to do the thing at the hotel?
Of course, I was there.
You were there.
That was a great time.
It
Yeah.
was fun.
I like the friend hang.
But we were younger, you know? Like getting lost in the bowels of that hotel with Jeff Burton in pajamas was awesome.
We had some good
I had
times.
a
That
good
was
time.
fun.
But I'm old now, and I don't know if I...
Well, my wife's got this whole thing where she's like, the kids are getting older, and, you know, they don't want to hang out with us as much anymore. And, you know, if we could spend New Year's together, I'm like, they don't want to hang out with us now.
Oh, no.
Like, I guarantee you both kids will be somewhere else
Right.
for New Year's. And fine.
Fine. Don't hang out with us.
Do you do dinner? Like, I mean, normally we go out to dinner, and that's all we do now.
I think that's what we did last year, right? We went to the Spaghetti Factory. Or what's the place in the valley?
Spaghetti Factory.
Spaghetti
Spaghetti
Factory.
You can like sit in like
where
the
they make the
cabooses or
spaghetti.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went there on New Year's. I think it was fun.
Last year I made like a big meal, and everybody kind of hung out. It was nice.
All right.
We don't have any plans this year. We'll
Well,
see.
Maybe you'll watch this. Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest. So in addition to Carrie Underwood, you will also have Megan Maroney. You'll have Lenny Kravitz, Teddy Swims, Cody Johnson, Thomas Rhett, Rita
I
Ora.
watch all these things. If we're home, I have one of those things on.
Fantastic. The
New Year's
54th
Rockin' Eve.
annual. And then it will be on Hulu the next day.
Oh
if
yeah,
you
didn't we try
don't
watching
get
that
to see
last
it.
year? And it was just a joke.
Oh, we were in Florida last year.
Oh,
We
so
were
you
in
did
Florida
do
last
something.
year. Yep. Okay, we
Okay.
did. do
Was
something.
last year the one that was like Miley Cyrus was one, and there was something. on the
Dolly
other-
Parton, wasn't it? Miley and Dolly.
Was that it?
And then everybody was talking about Dolly's gloves because it looked like her hands, but she was just, or no, who was it? It wasn't Dolly. It was some other chick.
There was something.
Cardi B did something in Miami.
There was something weird. Oh yeah, and it was like all of it was just such a letdown. You go from channel to channel, going, when is something going to be interesting? And it was just a dead year.
Well, we have that to look forward to on December 31st.
It's no 1994, that's for sure.
A Scrubs reboot is officially in the works at ABC. They're developing a new spinoff of The Rookie. And so Scrubs ran for 9 seasons in 2001 through 2010, and the first 7 on NBC, the final 2 at ABC. And, Zach Braff, Donald Faison,
Anybody
Sarah
else
Chalk.
watch Scrubs? It was great.
Watched a couple episodes.
I would see it on tour, yeah. It would come up on the bus every once in a while, and it was one of those where I didn't know anything about it. I wasn't with it. But every time you sit and watch it, it's enjoyable. It's super funny.
Yeah.
The guy that does that plays Dr. Cox, one of the Bobs from Office Space.
Yes, that guy was
He's
flawless.
great.
He's flawless in that.
You're excited about this, Riz. Nobody Wants This. You like that show?
I do.
Adam Brody says season 2 is going to start filming soon, so look forward to that. And a couple things. In theaters, you got Y2K out today. This is the movie Fred Durst is in. 2 high school nobodies make a decision to crash their last major celebration before the new millennium on New Year's Eve in 1999.
It's Kyle Mooney's directorial debut.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The night becomes crazy. And when it strikes midnight, because it turns into year 2000, things get nuts.
Yeah, all the...
It looks good, man.
Yeah, it looks hilarious.
All the electronics become alive. Is that movie I'm talking about? Yeah.
I think so.
So it's out today?
It looks kind of like Maximum Overdrive a little bit, but it looks funny, man. Looks good.
Also, The Return, which is Ralph Fiennes, his new movie. Where
Oh my gosh, is that the one where he's just ripped out of his head?
This is the one where he finds his wife held prisoner by suitors vying to be king and his son facing death at their hands to win his family back.
Yeah,
and all
of
he
course.
lost, he must recover his strength.
He's doing the Liam Neeson thing.
Is he?
He's like an action hero now, right? Is that the thing?
I don't know.
Have you not seen the pictures?
I don't know anything about this
Pull
movie.
up hot
You know
ass
who I'm
Ralph,
talking about,
Ralph
right?
Fiennes.
I know Ralph Fiennes is.
They don't call him Ralph, though, right? Doesn't he do some weird...
Rafe?
Yeah, he tries to steal my name, but he's
Rafe
Ralph.
Fiennes.
You don't get to spell it Ralph and then just change it.
He is, yeah. It looks rad.
I think he has...
Ralph.
Yeah, gotten
Dang, he is
completely shredded. And I mean, like, wow,
How old is he
how'd you
now?
do
60.
that kind of thing?
He's 60 years old and he's ripped out of his mind.
There's hope for all
His
of
name
us.
is Ralph.
Oh, dadgummit.
Okay. And also out is werewolves. 2 scientists try to stop a mutation that turns people into werewolves after being touched by a supermoon the year before. Not to be confused with what the breaking news yesterday was about werewolf babies having hair all over their face because of the hair drugs mom's putting on her head. And finally, this is a perfect example of how silly the rating system for movies can be. The makers of Meet the Parents almost got an R rating because of the last name of Ben Stiller's character as Fokker.
Yeah.
On the latest episode
Yeah.
of the YouTube show Hot Ones, Sean Evans asked Ben if it's true that the ratings board made them prove that there were actually people with the last name Fokker before giving them the PG-13 rating. And he said, oh, I think it's true. Yeah. They thought it was too close to, effer. Yes. They have to clear names. Something like that did happen. He said later in the interview that it was the most misunderstood movie is actually Zoolander 2, saying, quote, it's hard to think that it was that bad, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, here he is talking about it.
Is it true that the Motion Picture Association would not allow for the name Fokker unless the filmmakers could prove that there was actually someone with that surname?
Yes, because it was a PG-13, and they thought it was too close to. Something like that did happen.
Which film of yours do you think was most misunderstood or treated unfairly by critics?
Zoolander 2, probably. I gotta say. It's like hard to think it was that bad that people didn't like it that much, but maybe I'm wrong.
I never saw it.
No, I didn't either.
It's fine. It
Zoolander
wasn't-
2?
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest thing, but like, what's wrong with you?
Oh,
It's
look at Ralph
Zoolander 2.
Fiennes.
What were you expecting?
Oh, Daddy is
Shredded.
home.
Got
Daddy's
shredded.
home, yes.
That's like better. Wasn't he Red Dragon in the Silence of the Lamb movie too? He was ripped in that too.
It's Voldemort, right? The
Yeah.
name of which we do not speak?
Ralph Fiennes. And
And that's your crap on celebrities.
Thank you.
Okay.
Time out. So this guy is Rafe Fiennes' brother? That's his brother?
The brother is
Beautiful eye crew.
the brother
What's
is
up?
from Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
And Justified.
that guy.
Joseph.
Oh.
Joseph Fiennes. Joe Fiennes.
What? I didn't know that.
It's so
Old
funny
Joey
because
Fiennes.
forever
Joey Fiennes.
I thought there was two of them, and I thought one was Ralph and one was Rafe. But
No,
that's the
there's
same.
Joe, Joey, Joseph.
Okay.
Joey.
One is Ralph, and one is Joseph.
All right. The
There is no Rafe.
celebrities
please.
celebrating a birthday today. A boogie with a hoodie is 29. Johnny Manziel is 32. Ashley Medekwe, that's Ashley on Revenge. She's also in Salem. And Tell Me a Story is 41. Sarah Rafferty, Donna from Suits, is 52. Ulf Ekberg from Ace of Base is 54. Judd Apatow is 57. Colin Salmon, General Zod on Krypton, also in the Resident Evil movies and Arrow, is 62. Debbie Rowe, Michael Jackson's hired uterus, is
Yes.
66. Andrew Cuomo is 67. Peter Buck, the air-raging REM guitar player, is 68. Stephen Wright is 69. Tom Hulsey. Quasimodo in Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame, also in
Amadeus.
Animal House. Yes, and Amadeus. He's 71. And Jo Beth Williams, that's Diane, that is the mom from Poltergeist, is 76 years old.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Bella Marie Wolfe. And today's birthday girl, she's been busy. Whole bunch of fine films, including All About Ass 15, The Apprentice 8, Ass Cleavage 2, Bella's Slut Training, Butt Quest 2, Butt Faced 8, Mendingo 2, Rear-Ended, Tales of Perversity, Weapons of Ass Destruction 2, and who can forget her role in 2002's Howard Ramone's Bada Bimbos 3. What's funny?
These two giggle monsters, what are you doing?
I'm dying, dude.
I was laughing at Butt Quest too,
Sorry.
but I'm also laughing at.
Some guy tweeted at us and he goes, "Is this meme?" It's Walter.
It's Walter White
It's
screaming in the
Walter
back of a police, listening to the one-word Christmas game, and the Riz show's playing,
Oh, that's me.
yelling.
How the Grinch Stole
I'm
Christmas.
crying at this
Yes.
meme right now.
Got her. She gone.
Bella Marie Wolfe is 43 years old. It's porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Lauren's going to compose
I'm
herself.
sorry.
Hey, listen, after the break, we got to get serious. Fails E-memoriam.
Oh, yeah.
We got to say goodbye to people. Mm-hmm. Fails E-memoriam, and we'll get to some emails. Moon, all right?
Sounds good.
The emails ready? And the song tomorrow, right?
Absolutely. Add a little metal.
Yeah.
Some hardcore. We'll go Island. Gangs.
High note. Hold it. Hold it. Yeah.
You guys are
Well
talented
done.
as hell.
Oh, thanks.
Misfit Machine.
Thanks, dudes. Yeah,
See
tomorrow's
him
going to be fun.
at Punk Rock Christmas tomorrow. 2 shows over the pageant. Get your tickets now. Early show and late show.
Going to be fun.
Today is Bartender Appreciation Day. That's right. So let's
Thank you
appreciate
for
all the
your
bartenders out
service.
there. Yeah, thank you for your service. What separates a good bartender from a bad one?
The ability to see us little people at the bar with our hands,
That's right.
Good
seeing
point.
us. Hi, I'm here.
That's right. I'm a tiny person as well. Now, short, not wide. I mean, I'm pretty wide, but I'm vertically challenged. I have a problem.
Good eye contact in a bartender is always key.
I have a problem kind of wedging my way in there sometimes. Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hi. My money's green too.
I think also what makes a great bartender is whenever they will not accept a tip. They're like, I do not want
No, your money's no good.
Yeah, your money's no good
keep
here.
that.
That's right.
I think it's all about pace. You know, like they can exude like a really good pace as far as drinks go, but at the same time, they seem like their heart rate is way down in the patient.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Cool, calm, and collected.
Because we suck over here. We know it. We're bad. We're freaking out in our own minds. Like, am I being annoying?
We're needy.
Should I hide my money? Should I keep it in my hand? Is that being rude? Like,
Right.
there's so many freaking rules, and bartenders are kind of known for making fun of all of us. So, you know, there's a lot of anxiety going on over here. I'd like to see the calmness on that
Yeah,
side
me
of
too.
the bar.
I love the cool, calm, and collected bartenders out there. Nobody's stressed out. When you're not stressed out, I'm not stressed out.
Yeah, you make me feel better.
You make me feel better. You mix a good drink.
Can we also just present some gratitude for the performance that they always have to do? Like a good bartender, they're making the drink delicious, but they're also entertaining you.
I don't
and
need
being
Tom
sweet
Cruise.
to
I don't
you.
need Tom Cruise and cocktail.
I actually could prefer the minimalist bartender when it comes to that stuff.
No, I agree, but the ones who actually do go above and beyond to make sure you have a great experience at the bar,
Of course.
I
just
salute
want
you.
I just want a great water.
I want a good drink. Make me a good drink. Make sure the glasses are clean.
Yeah.
I always thought it was a good sign, and that's what I tried to do when I tended bar. I was very chill, but I always tried to make it feel like I was partying with you. I like when it's like you guys just said. I hate it when someone's like stressed and they're acting annoyed of you. Because I'm like, I get you're busy, man, and I'm not even trying to take up a ton of your time, but like,
Sorry for putting you out.
yeah, I mean, dude, I've been in the weeds. It sucks being in the weeds. I've been in the weeds where I get like five. You get five like old fashions in a row, and you're like, oh my god, I'm 3 deep at the bar. These people keep
Right.
ordering these drinks. I got to muddle the mint and lime, but at the same time, it's also like, be nice and just try to be nice.
You know
to
why?
them.
Because a lot of people go to bars maybe once
what I
a week,
appreciate.
and it's their time to, man, I'm away from work. I just want to have a good experience. Just here to just relax, have a drink, and your stress is now stressing me out.
There's also drunk a-holes.
Well, of course there is. I'm just when I go to a bar. So it is Bartender Appreciation Day. What's the best way to get a bartender's attention if the bar's packed?
Get your
Hey!
boobies out.
Get your boobies out. I always like to throw an M80.
Oh, nice.
Maybe light a Roman candle off. I don't know.
Sparkler? Cool.
Throw up a flare. What is the best way to get a bartender's attention?
I haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, I don't think there is one.
Yeah.
I think you just shut your mouth and you wait your turn.
I think so too. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm actually looking for an answer.
Yeah.
Somebody said to do like a scissor motion.
Like, I'm going
And
to
just-
cut you?
Yeah, but kind of subtle. You like put it on you just hand up there and it just
A
wiggles.
scissor motion?
Yeah.
What are you, looking like a little
If
crab
I do
hand
that,
up
that
there?
could mean something else
Yeah,
to a
two
lady
chicks
bartender.
scissoring?
Okay, I'm not going to.
I always try same thing
Eye
with
contact.
Eye contact. I do it with waiters and waitresses and servers. And if you make good eye contact and you're not slapping the bar and acting wild, like I would come wait on you.
I never figured it out. I always feel like I'm invisible, and there's anxiety going through my head the whole time. Like, am I doing something wrong? Am I invisible? Like,
Do
oh
they
my
hate
God.
me?
Yeah, like if I stand there long enough, I feel like I'm back in middle school. I'm just like,
Aw,
oh
man.
god, this is the worst.
Oh, God.
Most bartenders, at least I feel like, they're moving. Like if I'm working with someone else, I was always moving like left to right, and then almost like a typewriter.
Yeah, they'll get to you.
Like I was always. I'm not saying you don't miss people because you can, or like sometimes people are at the bar and they're turning around talking to their friend, and you can't tell if they're just standing there, or they're not ready. Be ready also when the bartender does come to you. Like if you're talking to your friends and you're just kind of like not looking and holding your money in your hand, they might come to you and be like, "Okay,
I'll tell you what they don't like: when you snap or clap at them.
snap or clap."
Don't snap, don't clap. Be patient.
Okay.
And you know what? Maybe a little extra tip today.
Cool.
I
be
think
cool.
so.
A little extra tip today. Say thank you.
Yeah.
Bartenders Appreciation Day. Love you guys.
Good time of year to be a bartender.
Everybody's a little more generous.
Yeah, making some good cash right now.
All right, Rafe.
Tis time.
It is time for this week's E-memoriam.
All right, this week's E-memoriam brought to you by the Inskip Law Firm. Your future, our priority. For those of you that don't know, the E-memoriam is a lot like the in-memoriam of the Oscars, where we say goodbye to people we lost. Only it's people we usually lost through sometimes fault of our own, sometimes no fault of our own. Either a topic we discussed, someone that we upset, or someone that's trolling us, or sometimes it's ourselves.
Could be our ignorance or your ignorance.
Could be anyone's ignorance, but either way.
You're all ignorant.
You're ignorant. No, you're going goodbye. You're ignorant. Let's get started. This week, first up, one roller coaster operator's career. Yeah, we have to say goodbye to a short-lived, poorly executed career of a roller coaster operator who had one job, literally one job: strap people in. But no, we had a story this week of the guy that took a hard pass on basic safety and decided to just wing it. And as the result, a dude yeeted himself off the top of a hill and strolled down the track like it's a scenic hiking trail, walking back down the track to where he just almost fell off the ride. You know how unsafe your ride has to be for someone to think, I'm going to hop out real quick, playboy, bye-bye.
What a wild story that was.
Insane. That a guy just got out of a roller coaster at the top of a hill.
Yeah.
And that guy now is working the tilt-a-whirl. Next up, the innocence of kids visiting wicked.com. Yeah, we got to say goodbye to the last shred of childhood innocence left on the internet. It was all taken in one fell swoop when little Susie and her pals, eager to learn about the magical world of Wicked the movie, accidentally stumbled onto wicked.com and found Dorothy getting way too familiar with the Lollipop Guild. Let me tell you, this wasn't Kansas anymore, guys. The yellow brick road was paved with regret. Worst part is, Wicked actually made a Wizard of Oz parody porn, so there's a chance. Let's take a moment to appreciate the sheer horror of this scenario.
Okay.
Some poor parent types in the URL, hands them the iPad thinking they're about to show their kid a fun preview of a family musical, and instead, they're hit with Wizard of Oz behind the sex curtain. And behind Dorothy's blouse, it's Scarecrow, Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion, except they're not holding hands and skipping toward the Emerald City. They're all banging it out in front of the fighting tree forest as Toto looks on in horror. I mean, can you even imagine what the Scarecrow's song would sound like?
No.
I did. I could while away the hours, performing Eiffel Towers, exploring all my shame. And my crotch I'd be scratching while my zipper I'm unlatching if we only ran a train. I'd unravel every riddle while I was getting diddled in my backside or my vein. And the thoughts I'm a-thinking I could get my pinky stinking if we only ran a train. Oh, yeah. Oh, I could tell you why the ocean meets the shore. I'd be boning thoughts I never boned before. And then I'd hydrate and bone some more. I would not be just a nuffin', my shaft all full of stuffing, my heart all full of pain. And perhaps I could perv ya and be even worthy of you if we only ran a train. Can you imagine?
Beautiful.
Music back up. Thank you. The horror of seeing that pop up on your kid's screen. Some frantic parent slamming a keyboard down while little Susie's going, "Why does Dorothy keep bouncing on the Scarecrow's lap, Mama?" The only thing wicked here is the trauma. Somewhere a marketing intern is Googling, "Can you erase the human memory?" No, you cannot. So RIP to childhood innocence. They came for a Broadway sing-along and left with a lifetime of therapy sessions. If there's a moral here, it's simple. Double-check the URL, click the mouse 3 times, and say there's no place like home until your memory is repressed. Bye-bye. Speaking of memories that you'd probably like to repress, next up, everybody out here licking frog asses.
Oh.
Let's talk about this. Talked about it yesterday. Apparently there are folks out here licking frog butts to get high. Someone died from it. Not the neck, the back, not the cloaca, just the crack. First of all, thank you. My neck, my back, my cloaca, and my crack. All right, gross. What kind of rock bottom do you have to hit to think, you know what's going to fix my day? Some amphibian booty. You're not getting high, man. You're getting low, my friend. Lower than the frog's ass, you're tongue punching like it's an edible arrangement. Let's break this down. You're going to risk salmonella, toxic chemicals, and a lifetime of being that guy in your friend group who got caught bubblegum balloon knot thumping with Kermit's cousin. Don't do it. Don't do it. If your dealer's name is Mother Nature and your stash doesn't have seeds and stems but glands and warts, maybe it's time to reevaluate your life choices. So here's some free advice. If you ever find yourself crouched in the swamp with the frog in one hand and your dignity in the other, thinking I got to get my tongue all up in this Malarian duck, baby, look that up. Put the frog down because you're already tripping, my man. You're not discovering a new high, you're discovering just how far you've fallen. Stop it, get some help, and for the love of God, knick-knack, paddywhack, leave the frogs alone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Rafe.
Thank
That
you.
needed to be said.
Hey, sometimes we're out here, we're doing the Lord's work.
Before you book your trip to Peru to go, lick
To lick the toad.
toad balloon knot. No.
Which brings us to our final installment. Riz the whiny bitch.
Oh.
Yeah, we talked about our superlative contest for our Christmas party this week, the Hubbies.
The hubbies.
Our awards will be given, and our super positive, always there with the high note listener, Joseph L., emailed in. Well, we know it'll be a sweep in the category of whiniest bitch because it goes to Riz every year.
Oh, my God.
Happy holidays,
Happy
Joe.
holidays. There's not even any contenders. Happy holidays, Joe. He just simply emailed in, and the winner for biggest whiny bitch goes to Riz, 12th year in a row.
Nice.
So I thought, you know what? Why not rewrite a little Christmas classic to celebrate the whiniest bitch of all time? Our fearless leader. 'Twas the night before Christmas. Riz, the whiniest Christmas bitch. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the land, Riz was complaining about things he can't stand. The stockings were hung by the chimney so sweet, but Riz was disgusted because he doesn't like feet. No shin bones for walking, no patience for elves. Riz muttered and grumbled at home by himself. His sweatpants were stretched, his attitude sour, because self-pity for Riz is his superpower. When suddenly outside arose such a clatter, Riz peeked through the blinds and he saw someone fatter. A sleigh and 8 reindeer were parked on his lawn, with Santa exclaiming, "Hey, dumbass! You're on!" Santa waved with a grin and a booming, "Let's go!" But Riz flipped him the bird and said, how about hell no? Holiday cheer? 'Tis not my jam. So take your sleigh and shove it, you fat ginger ham. Come on now, Riz, help old Saint Nick. Put on my hat and stop being a dick. I need you to save Christmas. Stop being so smug. And if you don't want to help me, I must give you a hug. Do not touch me, Riz said with disdain. Delivering presents? That's effing insane. I'm no people person, I'll have you know. And don't get me started on dealing with snow. He sat back on his couch like the grumpiest troll, in a sweat-stained hoodie and a heart black as coal. I'm a people avoider, not a jolly old elf. I'm not leaving my couch, so go screw yourself. But Santa persisted, his hat in his hand. The job is all yours, Riz, you mad little man. You're grumpy and stubborn, but you'll do just fine. Now get your ass in the sleigh and stop wasting my time. Reluctantly climbing aboard with a groan, Riz cursed the whole way, complaining alone. The seat is too hard. The sleigh is too cold. These reindeer are stupid and smelly and old. Santa's sack smells like an old man ass and despair. You expect me to fly? I hope I crash in midair. Donner's a hack, Vixen's a joke, Prancer's a pervert, and Rudolph's on coke. But when he took flight, the night opened wide, and Riz screamed out loud, "Can we just go back inside?" Dasher and Dancer just rolled their eyes, while Riz clutched the reins, bitching to the skies. The first house they landed had nowhere to park, and Riz threw a fit right there in the dark. How do people live like this? No space for my sleigh? He tossed the gifts on the lawn, and he just flew away. At the next house, the chimney was narrow and small, and Riz yelled, "This house can suck my meatballs." He tossed the gifts down the hole, caring not where they fell, and left a note that read, "Merry Christmas, see you in hell." By the 10th stop, Riz's patience was gone. He screamed at the reindeer, "Keep moving, morons! Screw these deliveries, I'm done with this gig," he muttered and chucked the whole bag off the rig. Riz hurled the bag off the sleigh with a shout, "Deliver it yourself, you big fat lout." The gifts fell to earth with a sarcastic plea. "Here's all your junk. Next year, try Amazon. It's free." Back to his couch with some takeout in hand, Riz turned on the TV, ignoring the land. And Santa returned with a sigh and a frown. Next year I'll hire anyone but this clown. So Riz settled in for his long winter's nap, no longer concerned with Santa's bullcrap. And he angrily yelled as he was demoted, "This has been a whole thing, and believe me, it's noted." So Santa replied with teeth gritted a curse, "Riz, I've met the Grinch, and you bastard, you're worse." Riz said, "Boo-hoo, fat boy, keep your presents, I'm rich." And he will be forever remembered as Christmas's whiniest bitch. Bye-bye.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
That was very heartwarming.
Great. That was so good.
Yeah, play that play that for your kids, Fireside. And for real RIPs
Ray,
this
thank
week,
you.
yeah, no problem. We only have one, Debbie Nelson / Mathers, M&M's Mamacita. F you, Debbie. Bye-bye, Debbie. She passed away at the age of, I believe, 69. And that concludes this week's E-memoriam, brought to you by NSKIP Law Firm. Your future, our priority.
Had too much time, guys.
So much.
Very good, Rafe. Thank you for the Christmas tale.
Yeah, thanks for the assist.
That really
on the music
happened.
beds.
That really
did
happened, guys.
Yeah, that was good.
That really happened.
Scott, you should make another book and animate that. You know, like do the illustration.
Yeah.
We talked about it. Yeah, I talked to Tommy, the boss, yesterday. I go, because we used to have an animator, and I would love to just animate this and put it out. And I go, let's do it. Let's hire it. Let's hire someone to animate.
Yeah, that could be a movie.
A little mini movie of
Yeah, that could be a movie.
People could share
Christmas's
it.
whiniest bitch.
Christmas's whiniest bitch.
Watch it each year.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Rafe. Well done. Let's get to some emails. Rizzo1057thepoint.com. Raven, your instant feedback through the 1057 The Point mobile app.
Emails brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. Let's start with food news. Hey, guys and gal. Amanda C. here. I want to let you know, Riz, that I also hate mushrooms. I made my own recipe for
nice.
green bean casserole instead of nasty-ass cream and mushroom garbage. The base is cheese and bacon sauce. Hooray. Huge hit at the holidays with the fam. If anybody wants to try the recipe, let me know. You got to try this for Christmas. Just thought you might want to.
Oh, that's
want to
nice.
try that. I'll send you the recipe.
Just real quick in food news. And was there a Chi-Chi's here?
I think so.
I don't know what that is.
It was a Mexican. This is apparently a big deal. I remember going to Chi-Chi's as a kid. After 20 years, it's a Tex-Mex kind of place.
Okay.
Chi-Chi's, known for their fried ice cream. So apparently Chi-Chi's making a comeback. They launched back in the 1970s, became a sensation in the 80s and 90s, 200 locations nationwide, then went through bankruptcy, ownership changes. The final blow came in 2003 when some bad green onions at a Chi-Chi's led to a large hepatitis A outbreak.
Oh, man. That's a big one.
Yeah,
Just
the
come up with
largest
salsa. I left
the
with
largest
Hep
the largest hepatitis A outbreak in American history.
A. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So that was the nail in the coffin for Chi-Chi's. Hundreds of people got sick. 4 people died.
You know what? We'll just let it cool for 20 years.
The chain was
come back.
basically defunct within months. Some salsa products have remained on shelves ever since. In fact, there was only one single Chi-Chi still open in Vienna, Austria, randomly. Anyway, a guy named Michael McDermott is the son of the original owner, and he will open new restaurants under the Chi-Chi's name next year. So maybe a Chi-Chi's in the St. Louis area. I don't know.
I don't know either.
The first locations will be in Minnesota, which is also the state where the original restaurant opened up back in the 70s. Probably safe to say the fried ice cream will be back, for better or worse, the green onions. I don't know. But I remember going to Chi-Chi's as a kid, and my brother, who was not very adventurous when it came to eating, did not like Mexican food, so he would order the El Gringo.
Cheeseburger?
Which was a hamburger, yes.
That's awesome.
All right, more emails.
Over the last several years, when my wife apologizes to me, it's always through text. The first time she did it, I told her that I didn't like it because I feel like it's a rude way to apologize, especially when you see each other every day. Now, when she texts me to apologize, I refuse to respond in any way to it, which causes the situation to get worse.
Just send a thumbs down.
Because she refuses to talk to me for a few days after that. So the tension in the house is high. It does bother our kids. Should I reply to the text apologies?
Why don't you just talk to her?
Well, it sounds like he did. He's trying to stand on the ground. Like, listen, dude, I would say, yeah, it sucks. And you've already expressed that you don't like that. You'd like to talk it out. But you're also not following your own rule by not responding. So you just got to... You got to say something.
There's a lot of passive aggressiveness going on in this
Yeah,
house.
you got to break the
because
chain
of the
here.
kids? Like they don't want the kids to see them arguing and apologizing?
So she'll only apologize via text.
Yeah, it sounds
never,
like
never face to face.
It sounds
That's a
like
vulnerability issue.
Yeah, she has some issues with how to apologize, and that needs to be confronted. But it's not going to be confronted if you're making the situation worse and not like coming to her and doing something. So 2 wrongs don't make a right, and
Right.
clearly you're finding that out. Somebody's got to break this chain, be the bigger person.
Man.
Did it say the kids knew they were fighting or
It
something?
does. It says the tension in the house is so high, and it does bother our kids.
Yeah.
Because now you're not responding to her text apology. She's giving you the silent treatment. The kids are like, what's going on with mom and dad?
You're not setting a good example for
tension
the
is
kids
palpable.
either. I
Right,
mean,
yeah,
you
yeah.
need to kind of showcase what apologizing authentically looks like. That will set them up for
You're
success.
I wouldn't even be apologizing in front of the kids. Like, just communication is key.
Okay, you're both insane babies. Get over it and talk to each other, okay?
Yeah, start talking.
There we go. That's it. That's the solution. Talk to each other. Go out on a date, okay? There you go.
Send
Go to
her a
Chi-Chi's.
more archaic form of. Send her a carrier pigeon with a "You are forgiven."
No,
text
send her a
to
letter that says, I do not accept.
Stop being
Put it in the mailbox.
Stop being babies and you guys need a date night. I think that's what you need.
Interpersonal communication is a big issue. People have a hard time.
Daily. How
Sucks.
do you go to... I mean, we have, like, not even a rule that we have to abide by, but it's a rule nonetheless. Like, we would never go to bed angry at each other, period. Like, I know that sounds like some grandma rule or something, but, dude,
No, it's great.
it's like the precedent you set. Like, we will never let the sun go down on something that's tense
Yeah,
between us.
Some things
period.
need to carry over. I'm not going to forgive you that easy. You can't do something right before I go to bed. I'm in bed by 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's not about...
You can't do something at
Well,
8:30 and not
yeah.
expect me to forgive you in a half hour.
That's
Get the
true.
hell out of here.
But I'm
that
with
doesn't
Moo.
work.
We'll
I
work it out,
agree with
dude.
that. My schedule's a little different these days,
Right.
but
Communicate.
we try to not go to bed angry either.
Yeah, you just communicate, talk it out.
Yeah.
Everybody's so afraid of confrontation.
We'll go to bed angry.
Confrontation
We'll
is
go to
awesome.
bed happy. It don't matter. It's fine.
It's working.
Next.
Happy birthday, Riz.
Thank you.
I'm a Team Riz member, and I'm so excited for Punk Rock Christmas this weekend. I know you don't do shout-outs, but my husband, Jeff, turns the big 4-0 today, December 6th. And he's an OG listener, and we're celebrating his birthday with friends at Punk Rock Christmas. Is there any way to give him some love on air? It would make his day.
No.
He's still butthurt that I'm a Team Riz member, and he's not. Thanks.
No, not wishing you a happy birthday.
Absolutely
okay.
not.
What's your name?
Especially not 40.
Lindsay.
Well, what's his name?
Jeff.
Jeff.
Absolutely
Especially
not
not Jeff.
No happy birthday for Jeff.
No, in fact, whoever is named Jeff celebrating a 40th today,
Thumbs
Screw
down.
you.
you get nothing
Right.
from us. Next.
Hello, everybody. You guys were talking about days off and a short work week, which reminded me of one of the best jobs I ever had. I had a 3-day, 12-hour shift where I would work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and have a week off, and then come back Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then have 5 days off and come back the next Monday for a full rotation. My brother happened to work for the same company when I brought him on, and we used to go on road trips because we would have our 7-day wait times.
So what was it? Say it again. It was
3-day,
3 days.
12-hour shifts.
Okay, 3
Monday,
days, 12
Tuesday,
hours.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Then a full week off, and the following Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Oh, that's great.
That is an awesome schedule.
That's a great schedule.
On top of that, they would pay you for 40 hours if you worked all 3 days in a row without missing a day.
That's
Love the show. Keep up the great work.
that's a good
Coolest job
schedule.
ever.
Well, I mean, where do you work that you could do that?
He didn't say.
Well, maybe it's a medical thing because when I
Yeah.
did the eyeballs, it was, you were paid full time, like you get your salary.
And when you say you worked for a company that,
Worked on eyeballs. They no, we had the machines that the doctors would use to perform the surgeries, and so I think it would turn out to be like 15, 18 days a month is what you'd work,
Dang.
and it was
Before-
awesome.
Paid for 40 hours.
Yeah, and then
40
I
hours a
did
week.
the long drives out to Colorado. So since I did that, they would almost give me a full week off every
Wow.
time.
yeah, this must be a medical thing. Or if you are a first responder, that could be a first responder
Oh,
job
okay.
too.
Right.
Man, so 3 days, 12-hour days, and then a week off.
Week off, and 3 more days, 12-hour days.
Whoa, man, that's awesome.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah. I'll take that schedule.
Yeah, when are we getting to the Stern schedule on this show where you decide you only want to work like 3 days a week?
When I start making $300 million contracts,
All right,
okay?
right on it.
We're
I'm
50
on it
million
now.
away.
When my next contract is for 5 years, $300 million. That's when I'll start working 3 days a
Dream
week.
big, you can do it.
Yep. We're
Next.
close.
Hail Hubbard. Hello, friends. Let's stay with the work thing. I had a guy at my work back in 2020 who had been here for 30 years. He had only taken 3 days off in all 30 years. He even rode his bike to work 10 miles, rain, snow, shine. One of those 3 days was when the company forced him to leave work to go to urgent care because he crashed on his bike. He still came in completely scraped up and bruised. During COVID, we got slow, so the company made him take 6 months off. And he still had time left over.
Oh, my.
Because of him, they've changed the entire company policy to where you can only carry over so much time
Right.
each year, which is what Riz was talking about. Anyways, love you guys, Team Riz member Corey.
I have a couple thoughts here. Number one, if you're bragging about not taking a day off in 30 years, save it for me because I don't think that's a braggadocious thing. You're a moron for not using your time.
New guy here, new guy Riz. Old guy Riz was so proud that he never took days off.
No, I never took a sick day,
Oh, okay.
And that still stands.
and that still stands.
Yeah, you're coming in here.
Very sick. We appreciate
Yeah, we
that.
appreciate
Yeah, I'm getting you all
You know what? I was looking at back in January. Remember when, or maybe this was March, when we were all sick on this show and literally us doing shots of Dayquil at 6 a.m.
Not me.
Not you, I know, but the rest
was.
of us. Yeah, Rafe and I were slamming down shot glasses of Dayquil. I mean, one person on the show gets sick, we all get it.
No, I
Dude, when we were
haven't
at the
taken
old-
a sick
Back.
day.
When
for you.
we were at the old studio, we had the production closet over there, and I came in with 103.5 fever, and it was just like, Riz goes, "Yeah, great, just work over there.
Yeah.
You're not coming in here."
No,
not
I
like,
don't even think
oh
it's
man,
a sick
I'm sorry,
day.
you're
It's-
sweating.
I've never been late. Remember, I get the perfect attendance record.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not late. I've never been late. I think I've probably taken a sick day or two in 20 some odd years, which is fine. But if you have not taken a vacation day in 30 years,
Yeah.
you're not impressing me.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed by that.
Although it is impressive.
It's impressive how stupid you are for leaving that time on the table.
Can you imagine the company though saying like, "Listen here, you've got to take off."
What
6
have you
months."
got going on at home that you don't want to be there for?
Hates his wife.
Well, it's also funny that he gets to brag about the 6 months that he was required to take off, but it's through a year where everything's shut down. You can't really have fun
That's
with your
true.
6 months. So
Well,
you're
good point.
yeah, I'm like, dude, you
He
missed
wasn't
it.
bragging, by the way. He was talking about his coworker.
Oh, coworker. Okay.
Also, what happens with that? I guess I've never thought of it before. If you do have banked vacation days, let's say you get let go, is that part of the severance?
Yeah, they pay you
It
out
could
for
be.
it.
No, I mean, maybe.
Oh, well, what?
Depends on
If you
your
accrued?
No, it doesn't depend on. It depends on how you figure out your severance.
Huh.
Sometimes it could be sorry. We're not paying you out for this.
Right.
It depends on the company. So yeah, don't come to me bragging you haven't taken a day off in 30 days. Also, don't come to me bragging how busy you are all the time. Means you have poor time management.
All right, good to know.
Does not impress me. I'm sorry. Next.
Remember when we were talking about dogs in grocery stores?
Yeah.
Hello, my favorite morning show peeps. I used to work at a Shop and Save when it was still around, and I had a lady walk in with a puppy. I know, young dog, but she still broke her rule of no pets except for service dogs. Then she got confrontational about saying that she had nobody to watch the puppy. So I stood my ground, saying no dogs allowed. And if the health department showed up, we could be in a lot of trouble. She screamed, left angry, but lo and behold, she did find somebody to watch her puppy and came back 1/2 hour later with no dog. Love the show. 3.5 out of 5 stars. Stand your ground. Riz Show member Rachel.
Can I just put a PSA out? I will watch all the puppies. Like if you have to
Just
go
drop 'em off
somewhere,
at Learn's house.
and I will watch them. Like puppy specific though, Like I want some old ass dog. I'm being judgmental right now, but puppies, yeah, always make time. Thanks.
Keep your old ass
She
dog.
was just saying that people are taking advantage. They take advantage of the
Yeah, of
situation. They
course.
come up with some BS excuse about nobody can watch the puppy.
Yeah, right. And by the way, Andrew on the instant feedback. Yeah, I did actually, when I lost my voice 2 years ago, there was a couple days I had to take off. I couldn't talk. Mm-hmm. But there were also days I came in and tried, but
What a crap show that must have
and
been.
what a hero I was.
Yes, what a martyr. Cool.
What a hero I was.
Hero.
Next.
A few years ago, my mom passed away, and within a year, my dad started dating and moved in with some new girlfriend. I have no problem with this. This weekend, though, I was telling somebody about how my dad started dating this woman, and they didn't think it was weird, but I am bothered by how he got together with this woman. Dad was visiting Mom's grave, and then walked around the cemetery to see who other graves were around my mom's. He found that one of his high school girlfriend's husbands had died. So when he got home, he called the ex-girlfriend's relative to get her phone number, and he called her, and they started dating. What do you think of this?
From Barry to Mary. I think it's good.
Wait, so
So he's in a cemetery,
New show.
visiting
coming to
his
Netflix.
He
wife's
basically
grave.
used the info from the cemetery as like a Tinder.
Yeah. So
Doc
yes.
Tender.
Yeah. So he's visiting his wife's grave, putting flowers on, and then he sees old Ralph, who married his ex-girlfriend from high school, was a few plots over.
Yeah.
People grieve different ways. I'm not gonna crap on it.
I think that's
fine.
kind of nice. I
mean,
mean,
I
they
think
both they're
it's pretty
grieving.
neat.
They're both grieving. They're
people
both.
and-
You got a widower and a widow.
And your friends already. It's like great companionship.
And they're both buried at the same place, so you could go together.
It's
And
easy.
that's
You
how they
ride
found
one
out.
car.
Yeah, he's one car, cutting down on emissions.
Yeah.
And that's how they found
It's
out.
good for the environment.
It is.
it's so
I
good.
support it.
My grandmother, my grandfather died, and my grandma's best friends, like my grandparents' best friends, right? My grandpa died, and the wife died from the other one, from the other relationship, and my grandma married Bill, who was like their best friends.
Your grandma was a looker. That's why.
Yeah, she was pretty hot. So, but
on.
it was like they were taking care of each other. And
Yeah.
he was like
Yeah, I think
married.
that's cool.
He married her to take care of her. They didn't even sleep in the same bedroom.
That's great.
It was like
Whatever, man.
Hey, it was almost like, and this is how I envision it. I don't know how it actually happened, but I just always saw it as he lost his wife and his best friend passed away. I'll take care of your wife for you.
Yeah,
Kind
Need
of
somebody to care for.
Yeah, she needed somebody.
I'm supportive of it.
Yeah.
I
My
think
mom's
that's
coming
nice.
to town. I'm going to take her to all the cemeteries just to see if
See if you
she
can find
finds
a new
somebody.
dad.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah, I want a new dad.
You want a new
Dad
dad.
for Christmas.
Especially at Christmas time, we'll get more gifts.
That's cool, buddy. I hope that happens for you.
Thank you.
Your father passed away on Christmas?
No. I'm just saying if she meets a guy now.
Oh, you
he'll
want a
have
new
to-
dad
You
for
want
Christmas?
yeah, it's on his
Oh,
list.
okay.
It's always at the top, and I think we all. Well, I have my Jerry. You know, I got Gary.
Jerry's cool. We found out.
Yeah, we found out Jerry's smoking.
Jerry's a smoker.
What's up,
Jerry's
bro?
the best, dude.
All right, one more moon.
Hey, friends, and happy birthday, Riz.
Thanks.
I wanted to send you guys a note and let you know that for the past 20 years, we have been St. Louis residents. For the past 20 years, we have been St. Louis residents, but for the past 8 to 10 years, we have made the Riz Show part of our daily routine.
Nice,
It's
thank you.
literally on our TV every single morning from beginning to end. We moved to Ohio at the end of October, and it's so comforting waking and being able to turn on the TV every morning, still seeing all of your faces. We left our grown daughters, 17 and 20, behind for now in St. Louis, but we still feel a connection to the area every single morning thanks to you guys. You all rock. You're spreading the word of Riz. They're spreading the word of Riz in Northeast Ohio. We wish you a very happy holiday break, and we will miss you for sure until January.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Just know
Thank
that
you.
the show, that the joy that you bring to so many, and especially those who end up having to leave St. Louis for various reasons, is awesome. Love you guys, and happy birthday, Riz.
Their
You know, we
daughters'
got
names are weird.
Thank you. We got our Spotify wrap up for being a content creator. I don't know if you guys watched it. The boss sent it to us.
Oh, yeah.
So we're on in 57 countries.
It's crazy.
Which is awesome.
All portions of the earth. 57 different countries. We had a listener in, so at least one.
Yep.
Thank you.
Number one
cool.
podcast in North Korea. Very excited for
Yep.
that.
Yep, number one in North Korea. Awesome. Thank you for your emails and your listenership and your instant feedbacks. All corners of the earth. All right, 8:46 Friday. Your Friday fail stories are next. All right, folks, time for your Friday fail story. Yeah. So, man, these people thought they had the perfect plan. But somewhere along the line, that perfect plan went whoop sideways. And it became an Uber. An Ultra. Dare I say it?
Don't.
Mega. All right, thank you, guys. Well done.
Beautiful.
Friday Fail Stories are sponsored by...
Moritz, Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
So here is a reminder that it's okay to pivot and change plans when needed. And this happens every year. Some idiot decided to shoplift from a Walmart near Richmond, Virginia on Sunday while an annual Shop with a Cop event was going on.
Yes.
This is every
It
year.
is
Every year. Every year this happens. Every year.
So good.
32-year-old Hector Maldonado pulled into the parking lot and around 40 marked police cruisers were lined up in front of him. But he still went inside and tried to walk out with $1,400 worth of stuff.
They'll never suspect me.
No.
Right? What idiot would do this? Nobody would suspect a thing.
Yeah.
No moron in their right mind would shoplift at a Walmart during a Shop with a Cop event where 50 police officers were inside. 50 police officers inside, all in uniform, by the way. But instead of choosing a different store, old Hector went for it anyway.
That's better that they're all in uniform. I know where to dodge, you know? He was thinking,
Easy to spot.
yeah, I know where not to go.
A Walmart employee said they saw Hector hiding items and trying to leave the store with them, so the cops spread out and surrounded him, tried to escape through the back, but they chased him down and got him into custody. A police spokesman said they were stunned he did it, since there's no way he could have missed the fact that the place was crawling with cops. Turned out Hector had active warrants after skipping his court date for a different shoplifting bust.
way.
Not too long ago, he's now facing a fresh charge for felony grand larceny.
Failed.
Great mugshot, by the way.
Oh, Hector.
He looks like a little boy that got caught and he's really mad.
Oh, Hector.
I just don't. So you think he's Pac-Man and like the cops are all the ghosts because they're all in uniform? He's just like, all I had to do is just
Go around this
He's
corner.
like go around all these corners and like stuff, these little power pellets and stuff.
Nope.
He's jamming down his pants or what?
A Florida man was arrested after his Craigslist post search for crack was answered by an undercover cop.
That's entrapment, dude.
The suspect, identified as Anthony Mata, wrote in his post, quote, new to the area looking for ice or crack.
Whichever comes first.
A cop posing as a seller responded to the ad and said, yeah, sure, I got what you need. Let's meet up. He negotiated to buy an 8-ball of meth for $80. After finalizing the deal, the cop met Anthony at an agreed-upon location. But when Anthony and the undercover cop exchanged money for the drugs, cops swarmed and Anthony was arrested.
Failed.
Now, this is Friday Fail / Headline Hoosh.
Is that a lesser charge before, like,
What?
is buying it lesser than selling it? Because I feel like he was just trying to.
Because
I'm sure selling
He
it.
Trying to
showed
do
up
what?
with money.
He never
I'm sure
obtained it?
well, when they exchange when they exchange money,
Now
I
he's in
guess it's as
possession.
good as
Okay.
it's as good as a drug deal. I'm sure selling it is way worse than buying it,
I would imagine.
but
He's just trying to have a party.
so this next story, it's a combo Friday Fail Headline News, and watch out, Florida man, because Alaska man is cutting in on your action. So 2 brothers in Wasilla, Alaska got arrested on Wednesday night after a heated argument involving an alligator and a crocodile. That's right.
What a party.
30-year-old Ricky Lowe and his brother, 33-year-old Tyler, got into a shoving match while arguing about an anime cartoon, as adult brothers would do.
Yeah.
But things really escalated when Tyler grabbed Ricky's pet alligator and threw it out in the snow. Then Ricky retaliated by grabbing Tyler's pet crocodile and throwing that outside as well. It was around 30 degrees at the time.
What are you doing?
So one brother's got an alligator, the other's got a crocodile.
This is where snow boots come from.
It happened at an apartment. I don't know if they both lived there or if one of them brought their reptile over to, hang out. I don't know. Ricky calls the cops, scooped up his 2.5-year-old kid, and drove off. Yes, he had a child with him. It turned out alcohol was a factor. Tyler was slurring his words when the cops got there, and when they tracked Ricky down, his breath sample was almost twice the legal limit. He'd driven several miles with his kid in the car.
Oh, great.
Cops searched outside for an hour and eventually found the gator behind some rocks, but they never found the crocodile. Tyler arrested for 4th-degree assault. Ricky got arrested for drunk driving and child endangerment. They're both facing animal cruelty charges.
Failed.
And reading up on this, actually, Anchorage Daily News talked to a wildlife expert who said crocs and gators, owning them in Alaska, not that uncommon.
Really?
I thought,
And it's legal there.
aren't they
Well,
not
everything
good in
is
cold
legal.
weather?
It's legal up there.
I feel like everything is legal, so.
You know, you're right. It's like you're up there,
Yeah,
the
I'm not
weather's
surprised.
harsh.
We're just
Go ahead, do what you want to do.
Yeah, well, whatever floats your boat. It's a weird place. We just want to keep you.
Thanks for staying.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do.
Here's
Thanks for
$20.
staying.
Here's $20.
You can marry a seal.
Alligators? Yeah,
It's
man.
fine.
Whatever makes you happy. Just, don't hurt
Not
anybody
uptight
else.
up here in Alaska
They still do that thing where they pay you like 11 grand?
Yeah.
That's pretty
to
tight.
move there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every year. You
Yeah.
get some like tax break or some credit or
Yeah, they
something
pay
like
you.
that. It's the
Really?
hey, thanks for sticking around credit.
That's why I
Yeah,
moved to
it's,
Overland.
yeah, we know it sucks up here, but thanks for staying.
Yeah, you did it. And you did it another year. Here's 11K.
A man is facing charges after court documents say 2 pills fell out of his butthole during a strip search. According
Not
to
mine.
the affidavit, 30-year-old Quantez Rhodes was booked into the Oklahoma County, Oklahoma Detention Center. A detention officer was performing a strip search on Quantez on Sunday morning when 2 pills wrapped in plastic, quote, fell out of his rectum.
Tis the season.
Quote, fell out of his rectum.
Those are mine.
He's facing charges for possessing contraband in a penal institution and trafficking fentanyl.
Damn.
Yeah, be careful.
Failed.
Oh, yeah, this is just coal.
I was naughty this
I
year.
was naughty this year.
Love this story. Like, love this story. I think there's a piece of audio to go along with it as well. If you're a thief who's considering robbing a church, you're probably more worried about the man upstairs than the pastor. But there are some pastors that are badass. A burglar in California got more than he bargained for on Thanksgiving while breaking into a church with an axe. The pastor was nearby. He hears the alarm on the church going off. He immediately runs to confront the intruder. They even start brawling. Normally, you'd give the edge to the guy with the axe, correct? Wrong! The pastor is a guy named Nick Neves. He has a background in kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, and other MMA styles.
Okay.
His name sounds like
Anytime there's a guy with only 2 syllables in his full name, there's something you just got to look out.
Nick Neves.
Heed the warning.
leaves Neves alone.
Nick the knee Neves.
So he says he was able to grapple with the guy for about 15 minutes without doing much actual harm to him until the authorities got there. Suspect arrested. I don't know what charges he'll be facing. Here's Pastor Nick Neves.
I shouted at him to stop and that the police were going to be on the way, and I grabbed a hold of him, and we ended up wrestling in the parking lot of the church. I've studied in some jiu-jitsu and some kickboxing, and have a mixed martial arts background, and so it was very helpful to be able to grapple with this gentleman without having to do much harm to him. It was just ironic that if he would have just come a couple days earlier, he would have been able to be blessed and get some food, but he decided instead to smash windows and desecrate property and do something that's going to hurt the ministries.
I think your fuse, for exploding or getting upset or whatever, I think your fuse is directly correlated to how long it takes to say your name. If you have a real long
Neves?
name, you're probably pretty just chill. But if it's, Brad Neves, Nick Neves, I got a feeling you got a short fuse. And this, just give that person a little extra buffer. 2 first names, harder to trust. 2 quick syllables of a full name.
Foot to your face.
I like
Just
this.
church
I'll go to.
extra space.
Hope he was preaching through the whole thing too.
Yeah.
I do love a
Genesis
rainbow priest.
24.
Scripture.
Take a wrestle with the Lord all night.
I thought I was preaching Austin 3:16. Am I right?
That's right. Chuck that beer.
Yeah, brother.
Can I get a hell yeah?
After allegedly swiping a van, which she later sold for scrap, a woman from Minnesota made a pretty incriminating entry into her personal journal. So Vanessa Guerrera, she wrote in her journal, quote, totally stole a car today.
Totally.
Something I never thought of doing. Effing super freaking out about it. So investigators allege that 30-year-old Vanessa made the written admission of guilt on the same August day that a guy reported his 2004 Super Sweet Ford Freestar was stolen.
Hold up.
Oh,
Who's
dude,
reading her journal to present this to police?
Was it like on a online
that is unclear.
Mom.
That is unclear. The van, worth about $2,000, was later sold for scrap at a salvage business. Witnesses at the place said that Vanessa had brought the van in and sold it to him. During the auto theft probe, a sheriff's office investigator was able to locate a journal belonging to Vanessa containing a written exclamation that she, quote, totally stole a car today. When contacted, Vanessa denied knowing the vehicle was stolen. She's been charged with a pair of felonies, receiving stolen property and theft. She had previously been convicted of driving with a suspended license and driving without insurance. In June, she pleaded guilty to misdemeanor theft and was sentenced to a brief stay in the county jail, placed on unsupervised probation for a year. A judge also fined her $354 and ordered her to, quote, remain law-abiding.
Failed.
This one out of Skull Valley, Arizona.
Yes. What a cool name.
A suspected DUI driver was arrested after deputies say they found him with his finger stuck
In a skull.
Oh.
in a can of White Claw.
Oh, no.
Ooh, we've all been there.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Cops got
no
a call.
sudden movements.
Cops got a call about a possible DUI driver. A deputy was in search of the car when he spotted a car driving in the opposite direction swerve off the road.
Yeah.
Car hits a guardrail, blocks the roadway.
He's doing the Edward Whiteclaw hands where you put like your fingers in each, like you got 10. You got my job doing tonight.
Edward White
I want to
Claws.
see that movie.
Oh, so it was actual fingers. I thought we were substituting words. It's just a finger, right?
A finger.
Okay.
No, no,
I'd
no.
feel really bad if that was his ding dong.
You were thinking it was.
Stinger?
I thought that's where you were going.
No, no, no.
I thought there was a report that it was a finger, and then the police officer got to the car, and he had his hands up, no White Claw.
No, so
Look, it floats.
He hits a guardrail, blocks the roadway. Deputy approaches the car. The driver was trying to get his finger out of the White Claw can. He couldn't do it.
Do that motion
What are you,
again.
12?
What did it look like?
Yeah.
I can't get my finger out of here. After the officer approaches, a couple seconds pass before the driver rolls down the window. The driver fidgets with the can of White Claw in his right hand. This is all on police body cam, by the way. Officer can be heard saying, "What do you got your finger there? What do you got on your finger there?" And he goes, "Oh, White Claw." Arrested, charged with multiple DUI counts and criminal damage.
Failed.
Idiot.
A couple more for you. There is a problem with constant bargain hunting and coupon clipping. It's a hard mentality to shake, even when it's not your money. So, 32-year-old guy in Youngstown, Ohio, Jermaine Young, went to a Denny's recently. He asked the server about the law enforcement discount, flashed a detective badge, and got his bill reduced. Then he left two 20s on the table and walked out. The employee later found out that the bills were counterfeit. Called the cops. They looked into it, determined that the money was fake, and the guy was certainly not employed as a police officer. He should not have a badge. They tracked Jermaine down. He's facing charges of impersonating a police officer, criminal simulation, and theft. I don't know why he asked for the discount when he was paying with counterfeit money. Maybe he was getting low on real and fake money. It doesn't make any sense.
Failed.
So he was using fake money anyway, but still asking for a discount.
Maybe he was trying to save the place money. You know, like if they charged him $14 instead of $20, then
The
they
moons
won't have
over
to pay the
Miami
taxes on
will
the
cost the
6.
Denny's the same anyway.
All right, well, I was trying to understand.
And you get caught at a Denny's. A Denny's.
Yeah, where they're not really checking these things.
Of all, but I mean, just going to waste it on that meal?
Well, you got to spend it somewhere, man. I would probably be spending at Denny's before other places.
An
'cause-
IHOP at least?
'cause
An
you-
IHOP is maybe a little step up than Denny's.
I don't know anything
Really?
about IHOPs. I
You
don't
think
do
so?
IHOPs.
Yeah, I don't know. They feel pretty equal.
It's the same thing, but with pancakes as the
Yeah, one's
as the
blue, one's
flagship.
yellow.
No, as far as breakfast places go, is it Waffle House, Denny's, IHOP?
You might be
Denny's,
right.
I don't even see as a
Yeah.
breakfast place.
You know, I'll say yes.
I see Denny's as a breakfast place.
You do?
I do.
I've only had it late at night after shows.
I do. Do you see Denny's as a breakfast place?
I mean, I do, but I'm with Moon. Like, I only went there when it was dark outside.
Yeah, me too.
When people couldn't see you going.
That's right. But also Waffle House. I mean, I went to all the Uncle Bill's, all of the
I used
places.
to love Denny's, dude. That was our hangout. That one on
I
Midland.
loved. Listen. I'm not crapping on it.
Yeah.
Man,
I always
I've
liked them because they accepted counterfeit money. It was.
I've been to a Denny's in every state in this union, for sure. That was our spot. It's easy. Well, I even went to the one in Japan.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, does not have the same menu. I went in there thinking, oh, man, this will be a familiar menu.
Pancake.
And it
Raw
wasn't.
fish.
It was not.
I still have the chopsticks.
One more for you. A Central Florida man who lied about his identity was arrested after forgetting who he said he was.
Cognitive decline.
Oh, crud. What ID am I using right now?
Well, the guy was arrested by the Polk County Sheriff's Office back on November 19th after he lied about his identity and then slipped up while trying to keep the lie going. So pay attention to the names here. 54-year-old Richard Hallmark told a cop during a traffic stop that his name was actually Robert Hallmark. When the cop found that a backpack in the car contained pot and meth, Richard claimed that the backpack belonged to his brother Robert. But remember, he said he was Robert.
All right.
Whoops. So Richard realized his error, soon admitted to a sergeant that his name was Richard, not Robert, lied about his name because he had a warrant out for his arrest. Richard's warrant was for violation of probation. Richard arrested on the warrant, taken to the Polk County Jail, where he was additionally charged with 2 felonies and 3 misdemeanors. Got to keep your lies right, guys.
Failed.
There's a lesson there. And those are your Friday fail stories.
Thank you.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and let's try this game out. Remember our buddy Ken?
Yeah.
Kind of this game idea.
Yeah, Ken's game. We'll call it Ken's game.
Well, I was going to call it the Hollywood Handoff,
I like that too.
a.k.a. Ken's game.
Ken's game.
Brian's song.
All right, so here's what we'll do. Let's load up the phones. 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. So each person on the phone, get me 5. There are 5 of us. 5 callers, Scott.
Okay, I'll call him.
5 callers. So each one of you guys on the phone will pick a Riz Show teammate.
Okay.
And we'll spin the wheel to see who starts. So if it lands on me, I will name a movie. And then Moon will name an actor or actress from that movie. Then Learn will have to name a movie starring that actor or actress.
Okay.
And then Rafe will then have to name an actor or actress from the movie that you name.
Right.
So we'll keep going around.
All right.
If you get hung up, you're out.
Okay.
So you're out. And your teammate on the phone loses.
5 full seconds, though, right? I mean, it's not going to be like a, burn, like a
It'll
2
be
second.
it'll be like a 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
You got to be quick about it.
It's tough.
It's tough.
It's tougher than we
It's
thought
tough.
it was.
And we'll keep going around until there is one winner.
Okay.
I have, if we want to, I have different genres of movies that I could give as a starter for when we start over with the new movie.
Okay.
That way we have a little bit of direction
Okay.
on top.
All right. So the Hollywood Handoff, a.k.a. Ken's game. And we'll give away to whoever wins. You could either choose to go to Punk Rock Christmas, the early show, tomorrow, December 7th, over at the pageant. If you want to, you can go see AWOL Nation on Tuesday at the pageant. Dexter and the Moon Rocks Tuesday at Delmar Hall. We also got tickets to go see Franz Ferdinand at the pageant next Wednesday. All Point Ho Ho shows brought to you by Moritz Royce Jewelry. All right, we'll try it out. The Hollywood Handoff next. All right, 9:13. Friday, traffic and weather, Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. The highways are clear. Your point forecast today is cold, high of 34. Tomorrow and the rest of the weekend, up in the mid-50s, though. Right now, it is 24 at the Point Studio.
First time is speaking to Ash.
All right, we have tickets to a bunch of different ho-ho shows to give away. And, of course, this year's ho-ho shows are sponsored by Moritz Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of The Riz Show. AWOL Nation, Dexter and the Moon Rocks, Franz Ferdinand, tomorrow's early punk rock Christmas show. All these tickets up for grabs. We're going to play the Hollywood Handoff, a.k.a. Ken's game. Somebody on the instant feedback, see that? They're like, what'd they say? It was kind of nasty. I gotta find it.
Was it something about a handy? Because, of course, it was.
Handy.
It was something like, this is call it something else.
Something HJs for
This
prizes.
is not Ken's game.
I don't think so.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right, so we need some teammates. Let's go to the phone. Scott, we need one more person. Let's go to Brittany. Good morning, Brittany.
Good morning.
All right, Brittany, who do you want to team up with?
I got to go with my girl, Learn.
Love
Brittany
you.
and
Let's
Learn.
do
We got a
it.
girl power thing going on there.
Girl power.
Justin.
What's up? Happy birthday.
Thanks, buddy. Who do you want to team up with?
Let's go Riz.
Okay, Justin, you and I, buddy. All right, hang on. Let me see here. We got Jesse. Hello, Jesse.
Morning.
All right, Jesse, who are you going to go with?
Go Moon.
All right.
All right.
Hang on. Chris. Hello, Chris.
Chris.
Hello.
All right, you got Rafe or King Scott?
I'm going with Rafe.
Rafe and Austin. Hello.
Hello.
All right, you're teamed up with King Scott. Hang on one second. Okay. Hey, if your teammate loses, by the way, don't hang up. Because we may go 2 rounds with this. Depends on how this goes. So, Moon, spin the wheel. Got all the names up on the wheel. So, spin the wheel. Wasilla goes first. That first person will name a movie. The next person will name an actor from that movie. And then you got to go movie, actor, movie. And we're going to go around until somebody messes up. If they mess up, they're out. All right, Moon, spin the wheel. We'll see who starts.
And it starts with Riz.
Yes.
We'll start.
And your category is comedy.
Comedy. Ready, here we go. Get ready. Dumb and Dumber.
Jim Carrey.
Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind.
Kate Winslet.
And your mic's off. Scott's mic was on.
Oh, man. Oh, buddy. He said Titanic,
Did he
too.
say Titanic?
Yeah, he
Did
said
he say
Titanic.
All right, we'll keep going. We'll keep going.
Keep going.
DiCaprio.
The Beach.
Nobody else is in that movie, dude.
Damn.
The shark.
Got her.
The shark that eats that guy up.
Jaws.
Learns out.
Son of a bitch.
I don't know why I went there.
The beach. All right, take Learn off.
you forever.
Take Learn off
I'm so
take
sorry,
Learn off the
dude.
table.
Hey, man,
right.
that's what you get for following the champ.
Wow. Spin the wheel. I had Scott's mic off. I'm sorry about that.
We're all looking at. There's a glare on his window. I
was like, why are you guys not responding?
Yeah, I
I
can see
nailed
the
it.
silhouette to his head, but it didn't move. So I
Well,
was like,
Scott was
he's
taking phone
face.
calls. You turn your mic on from in there?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's your
I do a
fault.
little dance.
Oh,
He gets
don't
excited.
you even? You turned him off.
I turned him off because he was taking phone calls. All right, spin the wheel.
Okay.
Learns out.
I'm so mad.
Hang on, Brittany, in case we
I'm
go
sorry.
again.
As soon as I said it, I went, "Oh, that was vicious."
All right, King Scott, you start.
Turn your mic on.
Okay.
Your category is romance.
Go.
Romance. That's a good one.
3, 2,
nice.
1. Go.
Hold on. I'm trying to think of a romance.
You're out. Scott's out.
Any
Any romance. That's
Can
the
I
whole thing
help?
is quick. Scott's out.
Oh,
He's out.
I've thought of one.
Pretty Woman, dude.
you're
There we
out.
go. That's one I just came to my
I
mind.
mean, you can say anything.
That's more of a
Can't say
comedy.
anything.
It's more of a comedy.
Spin.
Jumping off point here. Brittany, gone. Austin, bye.
Goodbye. All right, it's Riz.
Me.
Rizzler. Sci-fi.
Star Wars.
Let's see. Hayden Christensen.
Jumper.
I don't know who's in
Jumper.
Look
All
it
these
up.
That's the
B-rated
only other movie that either of us know he's done.
Movies I can think of.
Is that even a real movie?
It
Yeah,
is.
I do remember
It
it.
is.
I do remember it. It was like his last movie.
It is.
Yeah, it was the movie right after Star Wars, and then yeah.
Bless you, Lauren.
Thanks.
Samuel L. Jackson's in that.
I don't know. I know the movie. I don't know who was in it. All right, Moon and Rafe. Here we go.
That was
That
tough.
was, that was a good one, dude.
Shot him.
I thought I threw a grenade, but you just dropped
Man,
a
you
bomb,
did.
boy.
I jumped on it, and then I threw it under Riz.
I'm gonna start. I'll shout out the category. Rafe starts.
Okay.
Comedy.
Something about Mary.
Ben Stiller.
Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Oh God, what's her name? It's the gal from Saturday Night Live. You know who I'm talking
Oh, you're out.
about. You son of a bitch, Sean Penn.
Congratulations,
Snow
Chris.
leopard.
Congratulations.
Chris, you win. All right, hang on.
Why couldn't I think of her name? What's her gosh dang name?
Maya Rudolph?
Maya Rudolph.
No, the SNL,
not
the
it.
blonde gal.
Sean Penn was
Kristen
in it too.
Wiig.
Kristen Wiig?
Kristen Wiig. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
No.
There were a lot of cameos, too. After I said it, I was like, I just set myself up.
No, I know. I knew you were going to try to do that one, and I was ready
let's go.
with her
Let's-
face.
Oh, I'm on the defense.
Put everybody
now.
back on the wheel.
Ah, man. I'm sorry,
Am I still
Sammy.
playing for
Or
Brittany?
We're going to play again. Yeah, you're still playing for
Okay.
Brittany.
Everybody's back.
who else?
Except
is
for
named
Chris.
on
Chris
this?
won.
Who am I missing?
Also,
Learn.
I was
I'm
chosen
right
fourth.
here,
and
dude.
I
I'm,
didn't know.
listen, man.
I'm the only woman
I'm
on
all
the
Sean
show.
Penn.
Everybody hang on. We'll do this one more time.
Listen, dude.
Oh,
All right,
Learn's going to
learn.
start. Learn's going to start.
Give me a category.
Give her a category.
Learn.
Yeah.
Rom-com.
You've got mail.
Tom Hanks.
These guys mic off
So
again.
frustrating. Forrest Gump is what I said.
Gary Sinise.
Oh, you bastard.
Yeah.
Oh, no. JFK.
Moon's out.
But you were already on the button. You didn't even give it time.
You didn't know anything.
I was whatever the president one is. It's JFK or something, right? Didn't he have JFK?
No.
All right. Well, he should have been. Am I
Say it
right?
with confidence. Say it with bass in your voice. Maybe no one will check.
Gary Sinise.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
I got
jumper's
that one.
real.
All right, Moon's out.
All right.
Spin the wheel.
I thought for sure you were going to say, what's that gal's name?
Yeah, see, I couldn't think of her name.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Rafe.
All right.
All right, here, let me give you the category.
Okay, give it to me.
Horror.
Get Out.
It's a good
Scott.
one. I have no
That's
clue.
a good one.
Out.
That doesn't
Scott's
count.
out.
That's a comedy.
It's a hard one.
Sorry.
Okay.
I couldn't.
Come
I
on.
wouldn't be able to name anybody.
Allison, what's her face?
Yep, doesn't count.
Brian Williams. Allison Williams.
See, I was even closer on the SNL gal.
All right. So it's three of us. It's me, Learn, and Rafe. Here we go.
Riz starts.
Riz.
Here we go.
I start.
Adventure.
Adventure. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Star Wars.
Oh,
Harrison Ford. I'm
it's
sorry.
Out. You're out.
Oh, man, you knew I was sorry. Gosh, damn it!
It's confidence.
I hate this game, Ken.
Oh my goodness.
The way, the confidence in which you said it.
I've got the
Rafe's going to start.
man.
Moon's got
All
the
right.
category.
mystery.
Knives Out.
Nope.
James Bond.
That's
Daniel
it.
Craig. Daniel Craig.
That's
Daniel
it.
Craig.
No, see that?
No
No.
way you do. Dude, you suck so hard.
You and husband, you put your hand up and everything. That's it.
Give Chris another prize, too.
Chris gets
wins-
two
Chris gets
prizes.
two prizes.
Oh. All right, one more round.
One more round, and that's it. And that's it.
That's it.
One more round.
Oh man, this
brain
game
needs to work
sucks.
Chris cannot win again. All right, we cannot.
That was
King
picked
Scott.
fourth,
Scott.
and you are all paying for it now.
Microphone's on, Scott.
Yes.
Mic
Mic's
on.
Laces out. Let's go.
1, 2, 1, 2.
All right. Action.
Lethal Weapon.
Mel Gibson.
Oh my God, Mad Max.
out.
Nope, I said it before you hit the buzzer. Mad Max, go.
Charlize Theron.
That counts.
It does. Monster.
Gilbert Gottfried.
What? Gilbert Gottfried's not in Monster.
Are you making things up?
Oh, I thought you meant the cartoon. Monsters, Inc. That's what I was thinking.
Jeez Louise, dude.
I was like, oh my God, I can't imagine. Gilbert. I was
Monster
reviewing
is
that whole
a killer
movie.
because
I'll go out.
nobody's
I'll
in
go
that
out.
either. It's just Charlize. Or no, actually, no. What's her face? Christina Ricci's in
Christina
it.
Ricci.
All right.
You should stay in. I'll go out.
No.
I was
it's
too.
fine.
I was
Gilbert
too slow
Gottfried's
on
in
Mad Max.
Monster.
Oh, I thought Monsters, Inc. is what my brain went to.
Was he in?
that.
Oh my
was he in
God!
that?
I was
Please don't
guessing.
tell me.
He's a good voice. We'll see.
Ow! You're stabbing me.
It's based on a trucker woman that was a prostitute that killed guys on the road.
I just
Yeah.
figured it's worth a
King's
shot.
out.
He's
King's
a
out.
voice
Are you
guy.
sure? I
King's
feel
out.
bad.
Hello,
I feel
I'm
like
a
I lost
truck
it.
I feel
driver.
bad.
All right, spin the
I
wheel.
feel bad.
You were close. We'll call it a buzzer beater.
All right.
All right.
And Riz.
Here we go.
Riz.
Give me a category.
Rom-com.
Rom-com. Pretty Woman.
Julia Roberts.
My best friend's wedding.
Rupert Grint. I can't remember his name. What is that guy?
Murdoch.
Murdoch.
No, that's the guy from
that's
Fox
the guy
News.
Fox News
That's who I thought of too.
Wait, Rupert Grant.
Rupert,
Is that Ron Weasley?
Yes.
Rupert Everett.
Rupert Everett.
Rupert Everett.
You
I almost
got
said Murdoch too. That's
You
what I
was
said.
going to go with Hugh Grant, too, right? Wasn't he in that?
it. No.
No, it sounds like a movie he'd be in.
You're thinking
Well,
of
he's not. You're
Notting
thinking
Hill.
of Notting Hill.
Should have said Cameron Diaz, but I messed up.
All right.
Rupert Grant. Kid wasn't alive.
Learn. You start.
Okay.
Learn.
Yeah.
Fantasy.
Labyrinth.
David Bowie.
The Prestige.
Hugh Jackman.
Wolverine.
Patrick Stewart.
X-Men.
Damn it.
Yes!
Idiot. Idiot.
There's so many people.
Idiot. There's so
And
many
a
people I
Packwood.
couldn't name one.
Hey, my favorite part of the
You just could
whole
have said any
week.
name.
I know.
My favorite part of the whole
Gilbert
week
Godfrey.
is when he said David Bowie was like, "Gotcha." His
I
face
thought I
went
had you.
bam.
I honestly didn't know he
Damn
was
it.
in the
That was
Prestige.
good.
I didn't either.
He's Tesla.
Yeah, that's right.
Damn
That's
it.
right. That's
Dang
a
it.
good. You know what? That's right.
You could have said Starman, too. That one came out in theaters.
I don't know what that is.
I think that was the David Bowie.
Are you talking about Black Star?
Learn.
That's his last album.
Okay, Learn starts. It's
Okay.
Learn and Moon.
Learn comedy.
Comedy. Wayne's World.
Michael Myers.
Austin Powers.
Yeah, this is just Beyonce.
Gosh, damn it.
Lemonade.
Out.
You said Lemonade, he was done.
Gosh. You can't say Lemonade was on a movie.
It came out in theaters. Didn't it?
Well, I don't know.
Did I make that up?
You may have made that up.
Beyonce. Damn, gosh, damn.
Jesse wins,
Dreamgirls.
too.
I could have said it.
You're
I
right.
could've said
And
it.
that would have fried me.
You know what, Scott? Give everybody prizes.
Yeah, that was
Everybody on the phone. Give everybody on the It's Christmas,
It's
huh?
Christmas, everybody.
Christmas.
Chris gets 2.
Chris gets 2.
Chris gets 3 because now he gets third prize.
All right, give Chris 2. Let's not be greedy.
Not that much of a
Sports,
season.
real quick. All right, Moon, you got 2 minutes.
Okay, sports brought to you by Jack and Coke, the popular cocktail now available and ready to drink can. Curbs was right about a possible overtime win on the Blues road trip. Parayko stuffed home a Robert Thomas rebound inside the crease, and the goal was upheld after a lengthy video review, by the way, to give an eventual 4-3 Blues overtime win over the Flames last night. St. Louis survived the third period in which they were outshot 15-4, but then Parayko won the game for St. Louis with 2:35 remaining in overtime. The game guaranteed that the Blues secured at least a point in each of Jim Montgomery's first 5 games as the St. Louis coach. They play the Oilers in Edmonton tomorrow with a 9 p.m. start. The day before, Bennington and Parayko were named for Canada's roster for the Four Nations face-off on Wednesday evening, so congratulations to them. Very, very cool. CBC senior wide receiver Corey Sims whittled his choices down to USC, Penn State, and Mizzou before declaring his intention to go to USC. And here's one of the reasons that he said he's going there. Quote, "When I was picking my school, I also had to imagine what it would be like living there," Sims said. "There I was, laying on the beach with every breakfast thing you could think of. I asked myself, could I live like this for 4 years? And I told
I
myself,
get it. Southern California or Columbia, Missouri.
Yeah, I just like how he was super honest about it. Like, man, he said they had like this badass breakfast spread for him, and he was on the beach. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go here.
Yep.
Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott says he hopes that the team head coach Mike McCarthy will stay. And University of New Mexico is investigating an incident involving 2 members of the men's basketball team in which one player allegedly punched another on a flight last month over a seat. The players are now being told that if they want to punch each other on a plane, they have to fly Spirit Airlines instead.
Nice.
Pick'em challenge. We are up because Anthony Stalter picked the Packers and the Lions won. Gutsy 4th down call for the Lions to win over the Packers in a thrilling NFC North battle. Ray Williams is currently on top with 1. I'm Moon, and that's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
All right, one final break. We'll come back, wrap her up. That is it for us. Appreciate you tuning in. Had a lot of fun today. Make sure you check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring. Today's podcast is titled...
Oh, it's a good one. Let me find it. Hang on. It is...
Oh, I can't wait.
Quote, fell out of his rectum.
Ah, yes. All right, Moon, what do you got?
Punk Rock Christmas tomorrow, man. I am so psyched. I'm feeling a little bit better, which is nice because I was kind of sick all week and not singing well, not feeling well, but I'm going to be jacked for tomorrow. 3 p.m. show, 8 p.m. show. People have been asking, like, how long is it going to last? Clownvis is doing a little set in the beginning, and then he's emceeing it. We will have you out in under 2 hours. It is just a full-blown, high-energy Christmas party. I know a lot of people are, like, bringing their friends or bringing their work friends. They're doing it. They're treating this like their Christmas work party. So if you've been looking for something to do like that as a team-building exercise or something, tickets are available. They're cheap. It is going to be a blast.
Hey, go down to the early show and then get dinner afterwards. I mean, there's a lot of great restaurants out there on Del Mar. Or do dinner early and go see the Late Show. I mean, it's
perfect.
Yeah, each show is going to be a little bit different too.
and it's going to be nice weather too tomorrow.
Different guests. I do have to shout out Trimlight, who's a sponsor. Johnny Brox, who's a sponsor. We were there yesterday picking up even some more stuff with full-on costumes. And yeah, costumes are welcome. If you want to deck out, yes, deck out, because we will be decked for the holiday party, obviously. And then at the same time, Rad Barbershop, again, is donating their services. St. Charles, this is where I go and get my haircut. They, Rhea and Patrick and John and all of them out there, they've been amazing. These last couple of years, they give out free mohawks. So we are doing it again at the late show, not the early show. So if you want to volunteer, we're only taking a few, because that one time
last year was a bit crazy.
We thought it was going to be like 4 people, and I think 29 people got mohawks,
Still giving mohawks
while we were playing. It's on stage, and it's such a fun thing. So if you're looking, if you're shaggy and you're looking for a new do, well, you can get a mohawk tomorrow at 8 p.m.
That's so
All
fun.
right. thepageant.com for your tickets. Learn.
Yeah, support Moon and the Misfit Machine. Support King Scott this weekend with St. Louis Family Church with his concert that he's been in. And then I just want to say happy birthday to listener Amy. She's turning 50 tomorrow. And she's having Lane Narrows play her birthday party. So I'm excited.
Cool. Private party.
Then yeah, you can follow me at Learn versus Radio.
Private P?
What time is
Private
it?
P.
Where? Will it
Yeah,
all
it's
come out?
I'll tell you
I'm
after
sure
we
you're
get
allowed
off the
to go.
microphone.
She would love to have you.
Yeah, she would love to have all of us there for sure.
Rafe.
Happy birthday, Amy. I love you, and Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Okay, thank you. King Scott.
Yes, like Lauren said, make sure to go see the Punk Rock Machine tomorrow, but also you can go to the early show with them, come to the late show for me, or switch it up, go to the early show with me, go to the late show for them.
Perfect.
It's going to be perfect. And then Sunday, also 7 p.m., I'll be performing. And don't forget to swing on by barnesandnoble.com and get my Christmas book.
Swing on by.
That's the night.
Make sure to smash the lights.
In fact, you could technically do early punk rock, crash the private party Learns playing
Yes.
that with a ladder and 2 safety vests, then head to church, see King Scott, swing by my house. I'll do 5 minutes for you on the porch. You can have.
And while you're driving, go to the website and purchase his book.
Exactly.
That's right.
And leave me alone.
If you actually love the show.
Yeah, I mean, if you are who you say you are.
All right, well, I got to get out of here. All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our Teamers Member Today, brought to you by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Check out the all-new Hot Shots Lindbergh, 7575 Lindbergh Boulevard. If you're a Teamers member, make sure you check your email.
Okay.
Has something to do with that location. And maybe a thing going on this
Could
weekend.
be.
That's exciting.
From Jerseyville, Illinois, Robert Schofield is our Teamer Member.
Oh, Robbie Romance.
And Robert wants to hear this song. Here it is. Have a great weekend.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see you maybe tomorrow on Punk Rock Christmas, maybe at the church.
Yeah.
I don't know where we'll see you.
Maybe at the VFW
See you
Hall.
around. Maybe Hot Shots Lindbergh.
Yeah.
Energy up.
Stay cute.